Hello everybody, welcome back to another video inside of Minecraft, and today we will hopefully be finishing this Joker pixel art tutorial by finishing this shoulder right here. It's right there, and it's right there. Looking at this now, there's a lot more than I thought we had left, but hopefully we can finish it off. It might be a slightly longer part like last time, so maybe it's about 2 hours, but hopefully we should be able to finish it off. You'll definitely be able to see how long this video is, so just break it up into segments if it's too long. Like, don't be afraid to come back. YouTube saves the time which you've watched it at, so don't worry. Anyway, let's start this by coming up here to where you've got this empty space here, and starting right underneath this coal block, where you've got these 3 coal blocks going down. Starting underneath it, you're going to place a black terracotta with a spruce log to the right of it, with 2 nether bricks to the right of that. Underneath that second nether brick, you're going to place 2 nether bricks going down, with 2 grey terracottas below it, with a nether brick below that. Go back to these 2 grey terracottas, and from the top block on the left, you're going to place 2 grey terracottas going across to the left, with 2 grey terracottas going on top of it. Starting from the right of those 2, on the top, you're going to place 3 nether bricks going across to the left, with a link 2 going across on the lower level to the left. Underneath that left block of those, place a grey terracotta below, with a black terracotta to the left of it, with a spruce log below, with a spruce log going diagonally down to the left, with a nether brick above it, with 2 nether bricks going down on the lower level to the left, with 2 blocks going down below that. From the top block of those 2 on the left, place a nether brick. From the bottom block of those 2 on the left, place 2 nether bricks going across to the left, with 2 black terracottas afterward. Underneath the second of those black terracottas, place a spruce log with a nether brick to the right of nether brick to the right of it, with a grey terracotta to the right of that. Come up here to where we've got these 2 spruce logs, and from the second block, place a grey terracotta going diagonally down to the left, with a netherrack below it, with a netherrack going diagonally down to the left, with a brown wool to the left of it. With starting underneath that brown wool, we place 2 netherrack going across to the left, with 3 brown wool to the left of that. From the left block of those 2 brown wools, underneath it, you are going to place 5 blocks going across on the lower level to the left, with your netherrack linked. On top of the 5th block, you can place a spruce log with a grey terracotta to the right of it, with a spruce log to the right of that, with a nether brick to the right of that. On top of that nether brick, place 2 nether bricks going across to the right linked on the upper level. On top of the first block of those 2, place 2 black terracottas going up, with a nether brick above it, with a grey terracotta above that, with 2 grey terracottas going across on the lower level to the left, with a brown wool to the left of it, with a jungle log to the left of that. Then place a brown wool going diagonally down to the left, with a jungle log to the left of that. And then place a jungle log going diagonally down to the left, with a netherrack below it, the netherrack going diagonally down to the right from there. And then place 2 brown wool going across to the right of that netherrack. From the left of those 2 brown wools, place 2 brown wools going across on the upper level to the left, linked. On top of the second block, place a brown wool with a grey terracotta to the right of it, with 3 spruce logs going up, using that as a center block. From the bottom block of those 3 on the right, place a spruce log. From the top block of those 3 on the right, place 2 spruce logs going across to the right, with a nether brick to the right of that, with a black wool below it, with a black terracotta below that, with 2 black terracottas going across on the upper level to the left. Fill in this empty space here with your nether brick. So as I said earlier, this is remaining empty. All of these gaps here are remaining empty because they're like gaps in his hair. Anyway, you are then going to come over here back to this jungle log, and to the left of it, place 3 red terracottas going across to the left. Underneath those 3, also place 3 red terracottas. Underneath the leftmost of those 3, you can place 2 blocks of redstone with 2 red terracottas going across to the right. Go back to the left block of those 2 redstone, place 4 redstone blocks going across to the left, with 3 red terracottas after that. Go back to this redstone again, and underneath it, you are going to place 9 redstone blocks going across to the right. Underneath the 7th block, so right there, you can place 2 redstone blocks going down, redstone block going across to the left from the bottom block of that. Go back to these 9. Actually, no, don't go back to those 9. Go back to these 5 netherracks, and underneath the 4th block, or the 2nd block, depending which direction you come from, this block here, you can place 3 redstone blocks going down from the bottom block. Those 3 on the left, place a redstone block. Go back to these 3 and place a redstone block going diagonally down to the left, with 1 block going diagonally down to the left. That was down to the right and then down to the left. And then you have 2 redstone blocks going down on the left. From the bottom block of those 2 on the right, place a redstone block, with 2 redstone blocks going down on the right. From the bottom block of those 2 on the left, place 1 redstone block. From the bottom block of those 2, place a redstone block going diagonally down to the right, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the right, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the left. Go back to this one we had down to, up to the right, sorry. And from that, you can place 2 redstone blocks going diagonally down to the right. And then place 1 redstone block going diagonally up to the right, with 1 redstone block going diagonally down to the right. Go back to that one we had up to the right, and place another one going diagonally up to the right, with a redstone block above it, with a redstone block going diagonally down to the left, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the left, a redstone block going diagonally up to the right, with another one going diagonally up to the right, with 1 going diagonally down to the left, with 2 redstone blocks going down across, going across on the lower level to the right, linked. So that should look like that. These are going to be different color, that's why I've just marked them out now. Anyway, from here you are going to place 5 blocks going down on the right, with a linked 2 blocks going across on a lower level to the left. So that should place like that. Go back to the bottom block of those 5, and on the right you're going to place 6 redstone blocks going up like so. From the top block of those 6 on the right, place a redstone block. Go back to this 6th block, and on the left, place 1 block going diagonally up to the left, with 1 block going diagonally up to the right, with 2 blocks going up on the right. Go back to this 1 block we had diagonally up to the right, and place 4 blocks going up on the left, like that. And then place 1 block going diagonally up to the left, and then 1 block going diagonally up to the right, with 1 block going diagonally up to the left, with 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the left, with 7 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. You can't place that 7th block because that's where we started. So yeah, we've got this area here which we're going to fill in now. I'm going to tell you which spaces to fill in with your redstone block. So fill in this empty space here with your redstone block. Fill in this empty space here with your redstone block. And with that block below it, you are going to place a redstone block going diagonally down to the left, with a redstone block going diagonally down to the right. And now this one empty space, making sure not to cross any boundaries. I'll do it with you on camera, but don't cross any boundaries, because there are going to be spaces in here which are a different color. So just come in and fill in this empty space here with your redstone block. Like so. So we are then going to head right up here to this netherrack here, and on the right of it you're going to place 2 red terracottas going across to the right. I'm going to need red wool. I'll grab it quickly, it doesn't matter. It's not in here. Where can I get red wool? Here it is. So to the right of this you can place 3 red wool going across to the right, with a linked 3 red terracottas going across on the upper level to the right. On top of the middle block of those 3, place a red terracotta going up, with a red wool to the right of that, with 2 red terracottas to the right of that. I'll tell you what I could replace. I could replace this black concrete with brown wool. I've already got brown wool. I'll replace it with netherrack. There we go. On top of this red wool, you are going to place 3 netherracks going across to the right. On top of the 3rd netherrack, place one netherrack above it, go back to this third netherrack and place a linked 2 netherracks going down on the right with the bottom block. From the bottom block of those 2 on the right, place a netherrack with 5 netherracks going down on the right, like so. So then up here in this empty space, fill a red wall with a red wall going diagonally up to the right, with 4 red walls going down on the right, like so. So we're going to fill this empty space here in with your red terracotta, like so. And then we are going to head over to these 2 black terracottas going down, and underneath it place 2 spruce logs going down, like so. Underneath that, place 6 grey terracottas going down. Underneath, from those, you can place 4 netherracks going down, no, nether bricks, sorry, going down on the right, like so. From the second block of those 4 on the left, place a grey terracotta. From the bottom block of those 4 going underneath it, place 2 grey terracottas going down, with 4 spruce logs going down on the right, like so. Underneath those, you are going to place a nether brick with a grey terracotta below that, 2 brown walls below that, with a jungle log below that, with a red terracotta below that, with a redstone block below that. And you're now going to head up here, because we got a bit carried away there. Go back to these 5 netherracks we had going down, and underneath it place 2 red terracottas going down. Place 3 actually, with 1 block going across to the left of the bottom block of those 3, with a linked 2 red walls going across on the lower level to the left. Go back to these, and underneath it you are going to place another 2 red terracottas going down, with 2 netherracks going down on the right. So yeah, fill this empty space here in with your brown wool, so go ahead and do that now. So that should look like that, and you're now going to head down here to this this red terracotta, and underneath it place 2 red terracottas, place 4 actually, sorry. I keep getting mixed up with numbers. From the bottom block of these 4 on the left, place a red terracotta. Yeah, red terracotta to the left of it, and fill this top section here with your red wool. Go back to this red terracotta, and below it place 3 red walls going down, with a redstone block below it, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the left. Go back to this redstone block below it, and place a red wall below that, with 4 red walls going down on the right, like so. From the bottom block of this 4 on the left, place a red wall. These are red walls, by the way. You should be able to see it in the video. I think I've just called them redstone blocks as well. These are red walls. Here is redstone blocks. These are red walls. From the bottom block of these 4 red walls, you are going to place 3 red walls going down, like so, with a red wall going diagonally down to the right. On top of that red wall, no, below that red wall, sorry, you're going to place a red terracotta with a redstone block below it, with a red terracotta below that, with 2 redstone blocks below that, with, actually make that 3 redstone blocks, and place a linked 2 redstone blocks going down on the right. I was going to do it 2 and 2, but I've realised that's probably easier. Go back to these 3 redstone blocks, and underneath it place a red wool, with 2 red terracottas going down on the right, with a red terracotta going diagonally down on the right, with 2 redstone blocks below that red terracotta. From the bottom block of those 2 redstone blocks below it, you can place a netherrack with a red terracotta going diagonally up to the left, with a redstone block to the left of that. On top of that redstone block, you place a link 2 red walls going across on the upper level to the right. Go back to these 2 red walls, and from the left block, you can place 3 redstone blocks going up on the left, like so. Fill in this empty space here and ready for your redstone blocks. Go back to these 3 and place 1 block going diagonally up to the left, with 4 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. From the second block of those 4 underneath it, place a redstone block with a redstone block going diagonally down to the right. Go back to these 4, and from the second block of those 4 on top of it, you are going to place 3 redstone blocks going up like so, with 3 redstone blocks going up on the left, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the right, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the left, with 2 redstone blocks going up on the left. Go to the bottom block of those 2, and place 4 redstone blocks going down on the left. From the bottom block of those 4 on the left, place a redstone block, and from the first and second of those 4, also place redstone blocks going across to the left. Go back to these 2 redstone blocks we had here, and place 2 redstone blocks going up on the right, with 1 block going up on the left. From the top block of those, from the one going up to the left, place a redstone block to the right of it, with 4 redstone blocks going up to the right of that. From the bottom block, no, third block of those 4, or second down, on the right, place a redstone block, with 2 redstone blocks going down on the right, with 2 diagonals going diagonally down to the left. Fill in this empty space here, and this empty space here, and with your redstone blocks. Go back to this diagonal here, and place 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the right. So I would say fill this in, but there is one more gap we need to fill in, which is just down here, where you've got this redstone block here. Place a redstone block going diagonally up to the left, and now you can fill in this one empty space. Don't cross any boundaries, so fill this in with your redstone block. Like so. And that should look like that, which means we're going well. So I'm now going to go back to this section so we can work on this. So we've got these 2 redstone blocks here, and on top of it you are going to place 2 netherracks going up, with a brown wool above that, with 5 netherracks above, 6 netherracks, sorry, above that, with 2 brown wools above that, with a netherrack above that, with 3 brown wools above that, with 4 netherracks going up on the left, with a brown wool above it. So you can fill in this one empty space here with your red terracotta. So I'd also do that on camera for you. There you go. And we can't fill that in because we haven't got a bottom. Okay. We'll actually go to this red terracotta we have here, and on top of it place a block of redstone, and get your brown wool, bring it straight up, don't stop until you hit this top section here, and then you can fill in this section here in with your brown wool also. That should look like that, and we're now going to just continue down here, hoping we can get some more of this done. So once we've reached the bottom, we can work on this like waistcoat thing here, and then we'll continue on with the shoulder. So we'll continue from this netherrack here. So starting underneath this netherrack, you are going to place a 2 red terracottas going down, with the red terracotta to the left of the bottom block of those 2. Underneath that, place underneath these 2, place a further 2 red terracottas, with 4 blocks of redstone going down on the right, like so, with 3 redstone blocks going down on the left. On top of these 3 redstone blocks, you can place 4 red terracottas above it. Go back to these 3 redstone blocks. From the middle block on the left, place a red terracotta. Go back to these 3 redstone blocks, and below it place 2 red terracottas. From the bottom block of those 2 on the left, place a red terracotta. Go back to these 2, and underneath it place a red stone block with 3 redstone blocks going down on the left, like so. Underneath that, place a linked 2 red terracottas going across on the lower level to the right, with a redstone block to the right of that. On top of that, you're going to place, on top of that redstone block, sorry, you're going to place 7, or is it 8? 8 redstone blocks going up like so. Fill in this empty space here with your redstone block. You want to go up to almost hitting this. You want to leave 1 space, just that 1. Anyway, you're going to come back down to the redstone block here and look down, because we're actually fairly close to the bottom. Anyway, we're going to continue and starting away from that redstone block, actually, underneath this red terracotta, you're going to place 2 redstone blocks going down like so, with a red wall below it, with a redstone block below that. Redstone block. And then you are going to... This is going to be very hard to count. Hold on a second. So, starting underneath this red terracotta, you're going to place 9 Netherrax going down. I think I might have miscounted. No, all's good. And underneath this redstone block, you're going to place 12 redstone blocks going down like so. Underneath those 12 redstone blocks, place 3 red terracottas going down, with 4 redstone blocks below that, with a brown wall below that, with 2 redstone blocks below that, with 14 brown walls below that. We've hit the ground, finally. But yeah, this is going pretty well. We'll continue back up here to these Netherrax, and underneath them with your brown wool, you're going to place 7 brown walls going down like so, with 6 Netherrax below it, with 3 brown walls below that, with 11 Netherrax below that. I think it should be 11 until you hit the floor. From the bottom block of these Netherrax on the left, place a red terracotta with 3 redstone blocks above it, with 6 red terracottas above that, with a red wall above that, with 5 red terracottas above that, with a red wall above that. This has to be the longest number to date, but I'm just going to say bring this up until you hit this redstone block. That is way too long to count. Yeah, this is a fairly long section. This is fairly easy to do, so I think we are going to work on this section actually, yeah. We'll move over here after I've done one more thing. Down here next to this redstone block, down at the bottom on the floor here, you're going to place 2 red walls going up, with 2 red terracottas going up on the left, with 7 redstone blocks above that, with 4 red walls above that, with a redstone block above that, with 4 red walls above that. From the top of those 4 on the left, place a red wall. Just want to get that out of the way. So yeah, let's work on this section by starting here actually, with 2 red terracottas going up there. And now we're going to head over here. Oh, we've got a lot to do here actually. Okay. So we're going to start on top of this with a spruce log. Oh, we've got tons. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to do our infantry trains, then I'll be back. So we are going to start on top of this spruce log that we just placed, and with 2 blocks of coal going up like so, with 3 blocks of coal going up on the right. In the middle block of those 3 on the left, place an obsidian. Go to the top block of those 3 blocks of coal, and on the left place 2 blocks of coal going across to the left. 2 blocks of coal on top of that second block, with an obsidian on top of that, with 2 blocks of coal going up on the left, with an obsidian on top of that, with 3 blocks of coal going up on the left, with another 3 blocks of coal going up on the left, with a block of coal going diagonally up to the left, with a black terracotta below it to go back to this block of coal, and on top of it place a spruce log with a spruce plank to the left of it. This is a spruce plank as well. Go back to this spruce plank, and on top of it place a lime terracotta. Go underneath. No, you're not going underneath that spruce plank. You're going to head over here. No, we've done that. Okay. Head here underneath this green concrete and place a block of coal with 2 lime terracottas below it. Go to the second block of those 2 lime terracottas, like the bottom block, and to the left of it place a block of coal with a block of coal below it with a spruce log below that with a block of coal going diagonally down to the left of that, with a spruce log below it with a jungle plank below that, and then fill this section in here with your obsidian, like so. We will be using these blocks again. Unfortunately, we've still got a fair bit to do with them, such as like all these crease marks and stuff there. So these aren't finished with, unfortunately, but we're close to being finished, so that's good. So we are going to start down here next to this yellow block with 4 orange terracotta going across to the left like so. On top of that 4th block, you are going to place 2 red terracottas going up like so. From the bottom block of those 2 on the left, place a red terracotta, 2 orange terracottas going to the left of that, with 2 orange terracottas going across on the lower level to the left. Fill in this little empty space here in with your orange. Go back to these, the first set with 2 we had going across to the left. On top of the second block of those 2, so right there, you're going to place 3 orange terracottas going up like so, with 3 going up on the right. From the middle block of those 3 on the right, so right there, you can place 1 block going to the right with your orange terracotta, with 4 orange terracottas going up on the right. From the top of that 4th block, you are going to place a spruce log. Oh, you're going to place 2 spruce planks going up on the right like so, linked with a spruce log above it, with a yellow terracotta to the left of that spruce log, with an orange terracotta above it, with a jungle log above that, with a black terracotta above that. So we're now going to move down here and work on this section so we can fill this in. So from this spruce log, you are going to place a spruce plank going diagonally up to the left, with a jungle log above it, with a spruce log above that, with an orange terracotta going diagonally up to the left, with a jungle log above that, with 2 spruce logs above that. So now you're going to fill in this 1 empty space here in with your orange terracotta. So go ahead and do that now. So that should look like that, and now heading up here to this black terracotta, on the left of it you're going to place 2 yellows going up on the left, with a jungle log above it like so. Go back to this black terracotta here and place an orange terracotta going diagonally up to the left. Go up here to this lime terracotta, and to the left of it place a yellow terracotta with an orange terracotta above it, with a spruce log above that, with a spruce log above that. That's a spruce plank with a spruce log above after it. Sorry about that. To the left of this spruce log, you are going to place 2 yellows going up in the left, with a orange terracotta above it, a spruce log above that. To the left of that, place an yellow terracotta with a yellow wool above it, with a orange terracotta above that, with a jungle log above that. No, it's not. Replace this yellow wool with a yellow terracotta. I was jumping ahead slightly there. Next to this jungle log, you are going to place a yellow terracotta with a yellow wool above it, with an orange terracotta above that, with a jungle log above that. I jumped ahead slightly there. They're very similar, it's just this is different. So that should look like this. Make sure it looks like this. It doesn't really matter as much as it's just like the suit, and I wanted to add it so it fades slightly in, but yeah. Anyway, to the left of this jungle log, you are going to place a linked 3 yellow wools going up on the left, with a lime terracotta above it, with a yellow wool going diagonally up to the left, with a yellow terracotta above that, with a jungle log and then a spruce log above that. To the left of the spruce log, you can place a linked 2 yellow wools going up on the left, with a yellow terracotta above it, with a jungle log and a spruce log above that, with a block of coal above that. There you go. From that jungle, go for the jungle log actually, and on the left of it place 2 yellow wools. From the on top of the second block place 1, on top of the first block place 2, on top of that these 2 you are going to place a orange terracotta with a spruce log above it, with a linked 2 yellow wools going up on the left, You are then going to look up here to this black terracotta and place a spruce plank below it with a spruce log to the left of that. And go back to this spruce plank, and to the left of it place 3 yellow walls going across to the left like so. Then on top of the first block of those 3, you are going to place a yellow terracotta with a yellow wall going diagonally up to the left. So then looking up here to this block of coal, directly up from this yellow wall, directly up from that yellow wall, you should see a block of coal. Underneath it, place a black terracotta with a spruce log below it, with a jungle log below that. Go to this spruce log right here, and to the left of it, place a yellow terracotta with an orange terracotta above it, with a spruce log above that, with a black terracotta above that. Go to the left of that black terracotta with a orange terracotta with 2 spruce logs above it, with a spruce log going diagonally up to the left. Underneath that spruce log, you can place an orange terracotta. Go back to this spruce log, and on top of it, you are going to place 3 blocks of coal, like so. No, there we go. 3 blocks of coal like so, with a black wall going diagonally up to the left. I have no clue where I'm going to get black wool from. Up here. There we go. Black wool going diagonally up to the left, like so. Underneath that black wool, you are going to place a spruce log with a jungle log below it. Come down here to this spruce log here, and to the left of it, place a yellow wool. Go back to this black wool, and to the left of it, place an orange terracotta with a jungle log above it. And then look up here to where you've got these 2 black walls, which I collected from earlier, and underneath them, you are going to place... You're going to place some colours. Underneath this black wall, you will place a black terracotta with a grey terracotta, sorry, to the right of that, with a grey wool below that, with how many is that? That's 4 jungle planks below that, with a jungle log, sorry, going diagonally down to the right with a jungle plank below it. To the left of that jungle plank, you are going to place a linked 2 yellow terracottas going down on the left with orange wool below it. Just going to grab orange wool, like so. Go back to this jungle plank and go down to these 2 green, actually, down here, where you're going to place a black terracotta below it with a brown wool below that. Big blocking a fair bit here. That's actually it. Cool. Actually, we'll do this yellow. So underneath this orange wool, you're going to place 3 yellow walls going down. From the top block of those 3 on the right, place a yellow wool. There we go. That should be close to being finished. Actually, down here, where you've got this... No, not this one. You're going to move down to... Oh, you've done it. Okay, it's good. Never mind. I got confused for a second then. I was trying to place that yellow, but we've already done it, so we're good. So I am going to switch out my inventory again, so I can grab pumpkins and orange wool again. So I'll be back once I've switched out my inventory. So with this change of inventory, we are going to head up here to the top of this section. Underneath this redstone block with your orange terracotta, you are going to place 7 orange terracottas going down like so, with 5 pumpkins below it, with an orange terracotta below that, a pumpkin below that, and then 5 orange terracottas below that. Next to the 4th block of those 5 on the right, you're going to place an orange wool. Come down here to the bottom of these 4 redstone blocks, and underneath it place an orange terracotta like so. And we're now going to head back up here, and with your pumpkin, you're going to fill in this empty space and this empty space with your pumpkins. So now next to these yellow walls, actually starting underneath them, underneath these 3 yellow walls, you're going to place 2 pumpkins going across the right like so, with a pumpkin going diagonally down to the right, with a block below it, and then you have 2 pumpkins going down on the left, linked. Go back to that block we had below and place 4 blocks going down on the right, linked. From the 3rd block of those 4 on the right, place a pumpkin, go back to these 4, and from the bottom block, place 4 blocks going down on the right, like so, with another 4 blocks going down on the right. From the third block of those 4 on the left, you can place a yellow wool with a pumpkin to the left of that. Go back to the bottom block of these 4, and then place 5 pumpkins going down on the right, like so. And then you've got 3 pumpkins going down on the right. And then you've got 3 sets of 4 pumpkins going down on the right. Like so. So that's to look like that. From that third set, sorry. So from here, you are going to place 3 blocks going across on the lower level to the right. So then you're going to fill in this empty space here, this single smaller one. I'll do this on camera as well, like so. And then you want to fill in this empty space here. Also do this on camera for you, like so. And then you also want to fill in this empty space here, like so. So I'm now gonna leave that part for now. We'll head back up to that section, and we're gonna move down here to these red terracottas. So, starting on top of these red terracottas with your orange terracotta, you're gonna place 8, I believe it's 8, yeah, it's 8 orange terracottas going up like so, with 12 pumpkins going up on top of it, with 2 yellow wools on top of that, with a pumpkin on top of that, with 3 yellow wools on top of that, 3, with an orange wool on top of that, with 2 yellow wools above that, with an orange wool above that, with a yellow wool above that, with 3 orange wool above that one. So we're now going to head back down to these 12 pumpkins, and starting from the 5th block of those 12, so right here, on the right, you are going to place 2 pumpkins going across to the right, with 1 pumpkin going diagonally up to the right, with 2 blocks going up on the right, with 4 blocks going up on the left. Go back to these 2 weird going across to the right, and from the first block of those 2, underneath it, place 2 yellow wools going down like so, with a pumpkin below it. 2 yellow wools going diagonally down to the right from that pumpkin, like that. On top of the second of those 2, you're going to place 3 pumpkins going up like so, with a yellow wool going diagonally up to the right. And now you're going to come back to these 4 pumpkins we have here, and from the bottom block of those 4 on the right, you're going to place a pumpkin, with 2 pumpkins going across on the lower level to the right, with a yellow wool to the right of that. Go to the second block of those 2 pumpkins, and on top of it, so right there, place 2 pumpkins going up like so, with 2 pumpkins going up on the left, like so. And then you've got a pumpkin going diagonally up to the right, with 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. From the first block of those 2, on top of it, you can place a pumpkin, with a pumpkin going diagonally up to the right, with a yellow wool above it. On the left of this yellow wool, place a pumpkin. And on top of that yellow wool, you can place 4 pumpkins going up like so. From the top block of those 4 on the right, you can place 1 pumpkin with a yellow wool going diagonally down to the right. Go back to this 1 pumpkin here, and place a pumpkin going diagonally up to the right, with 2 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the right. From the left block of those 2, on the left, you're going to place a yellow wool going diagonally up to... No, not a yellow wool. You place a pumpkin going diagonally up to the left, like so. That's actually the section finished. Well, so you're going to fill in this 1 empty space here, as marked out by the pumpkins and all of this. You're going to fill this in with your pumpkin, and then you're going to switch to yellow wool. I'll do that afterwards, actually. I'll do a time... No, I won't do a time. So I'll show you this finished, and then I'll show you that finished. To do this section with pumpkin, so go ahead and do that now. So that should look like that. Make sure it looks like that. Pause here if you've crossed the boundary or anything to make sure it looks like this. And then you're going to switch to your yellow wool and fill in this 1 empty space here. So go ahead and do that now. So that should look like that, and we're now going to head right up here as we're gonna mark out the outline for the shoulder section. It's gonna be quite fun to do. So we're gonna start from these bottom 3 of these red terracottas we have here. So starting here, no, not there, starting here, we're placing 3 orange terracottas going across to the left. Underneath the first block of those 3, place 3 orange terracottas below. Beneath the middle block of those 3, place 1. Go back to the end block of these 3 orange terracottas that are going across to the left, and place a linked 2 pumpkins going across on a lower level to the left. An orange terracotta to the left of that. With that as the center block, place 3 orange walls going horizontally across to the left, like that. From the left block of those 3, you can place an orange terracotta with a orange wall going diagonally down to the left, with an orange terracotta to the left of it. An orange wall going diagonally down to the left, with an orange terracotta to the left of it, with a red terracotta to the left of that. With a pumpkin going diagonally down to the left, with a red terracotta to the left of it. An orange wall going diagonally down to the left, with an orange terracotta to the left of it, with a red terracotta to the left of that. With an orange terracotta going diagonally down to the left, with a red terracotta to the left of it, with a jungle log to the left of that. With a orange terracotta to the left of that jungle log. Underneath that jungle log, place a pumpkin with a red stone block to the left of it, with 2 orange terracottas going across to the left, with a link 2 going across on the lower level to the left. The right of the bottom block of those, bottom set of those 2, place a pumpkin, go the second block of those 2, and place a red terracotta above it, with 2 red terracottas going across on the lower level to the left, with a red terracotta going diagonally down to the left, with an orange terracotta going diagonally down to the left, with a red terracotta to the left of it. Go back to the red terracotta, we're diagonally down to the left, so this one here. To the right of it, place a orange terracotta, and then a pumpkin. Go back to the red terracotta we had here, and place a orange wall going diagonally down to the left, with a orange terracotta to the left of it, with a red terracotta to the left of that, with an orange terracotta going, no, orange wall going diagonally down to the left, an orange terracotta to the left of it, with a jungle log to the left of that. With an orange terracotta going diagonally down to the left, with an orange wall going diagonally down to the left, with an orange terracotta to the left of it, with an orange wall going diagonally down to the left, with an orange terracotta to the left of it, with a brown wall to the left of that, with an orange wall going diagonally down to the left, with a brown wall to the left of it, with 2 spruce logs to the left of that. Underneath the second of those brown walls, you can place a jungle log with 2 spruce logs to the left of it, like so. Underneath the second of those 2, you are going to place a orange terracotta with a brown wall to the left of it, a spruce log to the left of that, with a orange terracotta going diagonally down to the left, with a jungle log to the left of that, with an orange wall going diagonally down to the left, with a netherrack to the left of it, with a red terracotta going diagonally down to the left, with 2 orange terracottas going diagonally down to the left, a red terracotta going diagonally down to the left, with 2 orange terracottas below it. From the bottom block of those 2 orange terracottas, place a linked 2 red terracottas going down on the left, with 4 orange terracottas below it. From the second block of those 4 on the right, place an orange terracotta, with 2 pumpkins above it, with 3 pumpkins going up on the right. From the top block of those 3 on the right, going next to it, you are going to place 9 blocks going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like so. From the middle block of those 9, so right there, on the left, no, not there, there, on the left, you're going to place a pumpkin going across to the left with a pumpkin on top of it. Go back to these 4 orange terracottas we had going down, and starting underneath it, you're going to place a redstone block with 2 redstone blocks going up on the right, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the right. Go back to these pumpkins, these 9 pumpkins we had going down here. Starting underneath it, place an orange terracotta with 7 redstone blocks going down below it. From the 6th block on the right, place a redstone block with 2 orange terracottas above it, with a pumpkin above that. 3 pumpkins going down on the right, with 3 orange terracottas below that. From the middle block of those 3 on the left, place a redstone block with an orange terracotta above it. Go back to these 7 redstone blocks, and from the 6th block on the left, place 3 redstone blocks going up on the left, with 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. On top of them, place 2 blocks going up, with 1 block going diagonally up to the right, and fill in this one empty space here with your redstone blocks. Like so. Come back to these 4 orange terracottas we had going down, and from the 3rd block on the left, place 2 netherracks going down, with 6 red terracottas going down below it, with 3 blocks going down on the right. From the bottom block of those 3 on the right, place 2 red terracottas going up. From the bottom block of those 2, you're going to place 3 red terracottas going diagonally down to the right. To the left of that, place a netherrack, with a netherrack going diagonally up to the left, with 3 netherracks going across on the upper level to the left. From the 3rd block underneath it, place a netherrack, go back to that 3rd block, and above it, place 2 netherrack going up. From the top block on the left, place a netherrack, with 4 jungle logs above it, with a netherrack above it. You're going to come back down here to this netherrack here, and underneath it, oh, this is a big number, hold on a second. You are going to place 10 brown walls going down like so, with 7 blocks going down on the left, with 11 blocks going down on the left of that. I'm gonna check these are correct. Yeah, that's correct. This is also correct, cool. And then you want to place 12 blocks going down on the left of that, with 11 blocks going down on the left of that, with 4 blocks going down on the left of that. Well, you can only actually place 3 because that 4th block is on the floor, and that is the end of the pixel art. Well, it's not the end, but it's like, distance-wise, it's the end. You can now see the full width of the pixel art. If you've built it in your own world, this is how big it's going to be. Yeah, it's a bit big. So I think I'm probably going to work across the bottom so we could get the dark part there done, and then I'll work up to that section so we can get that done, and then we'll mark out the pumpkins, do all that section, and do that section, because we're very close to being finished. I hope this video isn't too long so far. But anyway, yeah, I'll start working across the bottom now. So we're going to start next to this brown wool right here with 10 brown walls going across to the right. That should be 11 in total if you include this block right there. That should be 11 or 10. To the right of that, place 7 netherracks, with 2 netherracks. No, not 2 netherracks. You place a netherrack on top of that 7th block, with a netherrack going diagonally up to the left, with a netherrack below it. Go back to that one we had diagonally up to the left. To the left of that, place a red terracotta, with a redstone block to the left of it, with a red terracotta to the left of that, with a red terracotta going diagonally down to the left of that, with 2 netherracks going to the left of that. Fill in this one empty space here with your red terracotta. Go back to this netherrack here, and on top of it, place a netherrack with a netherrack going diagonally up to the right, with a netherrack going diagonally down to the right. Fill in this single empty space here, like that. So this is like a little part at the bottom, as you can see right there. Anyway, to the right of these netherracks down here, you're going to place 3 brown walls going across to the right, with a spruce log, well, 2 spruce logs going up on the left to the right of that. Going up, I don't know why I said left, going up on the right of that, like that, like linked, so it's on the floor, going up like that. Make sure it looks like this. You're then going to place, I don't have it on me, oh, we're basically, we're starting that section there, so I am, yeah, I'm going to switch out my inventory quickly. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to head up here quickly to these 12 brown walls we have going down here, and starting underneath it, you are going to place 3 brown walls going down, with 4 spruce logs going down below that. Next to the top block, there's 4 on the right. Place 3 spruce logs going down. Go back to these 12 blocks here, and from the 11th block, so that's right here. On the right, you are going to place 6 brown walls going across to the right. And this is where I need to change out my inventory, so I'll just do it quickly. You are going to need this stuff right here. And to the right of these 6 brown walls, we are going to place a grey terracotta. And we're now going to come back up here, up to these 7 brown walls we have going down right here. And starting, actually don't go to the 7, go to the original 10 we had going down, and starting underneath it, you are going to place 2 grey terracottas going down below it, with 2 spruce logs below that, with 2 grey terracottas below that. The grey terracotta going diagonally down to the right, with a nether brick going diagonally down to the right of that. Underneath that nether brick, you are going to place 2 spruce logs going down, with 2 spruce logs going linked down to the right, linked, with another 2 spruce logs going down to the right, linked. Underneath that second set, you are going to place 3 nether bricks going down underneath it. Next to the top block of those 3, you can place a linked 2 blocks going up to the left with your nether bricks. And go back to these 3, and go back to these 2, sorry, and underneath them, place a spruce log. Underneath the 3, you are going to place 4 spruce logs going down like so. From the third block of those 4 on the left, place 2 nether bricks going across to the left with a nether brick below it. Starting on top of that, you're going to place 7 grey terracottas going up like so, fill in this empty space here with your grey terracottas. This should be a spruce log. Okay, underneath these 2 nether bricks, sorry, underneath the first block, you are going to place, so right there, you will place 3 grey terracottas going down below it, with 3 blocks going down on the right. From the bottom block of those 3 on the right, you're going to place 4 blocks going across, with 4 blocks going across on the upper level to the right, with 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the right. I want to make sure this is all lined up properly. Looks like it is. Unless it's not, I can't tell. I think the best way to be able to tell is that's definitely lined up correctly. No, it's not. Hold on a second. Okay, I have realized the mistakes. This should be 1 more to the left, like that. I just forgot to count that block. This shouldn't be up 2 up. This should be on top of that brown wall. And there you go. Now it's correct. And on top of that spruce log, while we're down there, actually, we'll place 2 grey terracottas above it. Not behind it. 2 grey terracottas above it, with a spruce log above it, with a spruce log to the right of that, with a linked 2 grey terracottas going across on the upper level to the right, with a nether brick to the right of that, with 2 grey terracottas going across on the upper level to the right, 2 going diagonally up to the right, with a nether brick above it, with 4 grey terracottas going up on the left, with 6 grey terracottas going up on the right, with 3 nether bricks above it, with 4 black terracottas above that. From the top block of those 4 on the left, place a black terracotta with a nether brick below it, with a spruce log below that. To the left of that, you're going to place 3 brown walls going across to the left, with a grey terracotta going diagonally down to the left, with a brown wall below it, with 2 spruce logs below that. From the top block of those 2 spruce logs on the left, place a grey terracotta with a spruce log to the left of it. And that spruce log should be touching that, which proves that we've got this correct. That's good. So, go back to the spruce log, and on top of it, place 2 spruce logs going across to the right. Go to the first block of those 2, so right there, with your grey terracotta. You are going to place 6 grey terracottas going up like so, with a nether brick going diagonally up to the left, with 2 nether bricks going up on the left, with a grey terracotta above it, with a grey terracotta going diagonally up to the left, with a nether brick going diagonally up to the left, with 2 grey terracottas going diagonally up to the left, with a nether brick going diagonally up to the left, with a grey terracotta going diagonally up to the left with a spruce log above it, with a linked 2 nether bricks going up on the left, with a grey terracotta above that, with 2 grey terracottas going up on the left. From the top block of those 2 on the left, place a grey terracotta, 2 nether bricks going across to the left, with a spruce log to the left of it, which should be 2 spruce logs going up, like so. Go to these 2 spruce logs here and place a spruce log going across to the right from the bottom block. So that should look like that. Go to these 2 spruce logs here we had linked. This is the second set from the top block. You're going to place a black terracotta going diagonally up to the right with 3 blocks going up on the right. From the top block of those 3 on the left, place a black terracotta with 2 spruce logs above it. From the bottom block of those 2 on the left, place a spruce log. Go back to these 3 black terracottas. From the middle block on the right, place a black terracotta with a black wall below it, with a nether brick below that. Actually, place a nether brick to the right of that black wall, with a black terracotta below it, with a black terracotta going diagonally down to the left, with a black wall below that, with a black terracotta below that, with 2 black terracottas going down on the right, with 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the right. From the first block of those 2, place a black terracotta going diagonally down to the left. Go back to these 2, go to the second block, and underneath it place 2 black terracottas going down. Go back to these 2 again. From that second block, you place 2 black terracottas going up on the right, with a black wall going diagonally up to the left, with a black terracotta above it, with a black terracotta going diagonally up to the left. Fill in this empty space and this empty space in with your nether bricks. Fill in this empty space with your black wall. You're then going to come down here to these 4 spruce logs, and starting underneath them with your grey terracotta, place a grey terracotta below it. 2 grey terracottas going down on the right. From that, you can place a grey terracotta going diagonally down to the right, with 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. Fill in this empty space, and this empty space with your grey terracotta. Go back to these 4 grey terracottas here. From the end block, you place 2 blocks going diagonally up to the right. Fill in this 1 empty space here with your grey terracotta. Come up here to this brick here and place a black terracotta going diagonally down to the left. Come over here to this black terracotta here and place a nether brick to the left of it, with a spruce log going diagonally down to the left of that. And yeah, that looks like this is good. Hold on a second. There is a little bit more up here, which I may as well do while I'm here. On top of this grey terracotta here, you can place a nether brick with a grey terracotta above it, with a spruce log above that, with 4 grey terracottas going across to the left on top of that spruce log. From the third block of those 4, place a spruce log above it. Go back to this third block, underneath place a grey terracotta. Underneath the 4th block, place a spruce log with a grey terracotta below it. On top of this nether brick here, the left one, place 2 nether bricks going up. On top of the right nether brick, place 3 spruce logs going up. And now you can grab your nether brick, fill in this empty space and this empty space here in with your nether bricks. So go ahead and do that now. So that should look like that, and you're now going to head down here to the spruce log here, and underneath it place 4 brown walls going down, with 4 nether bricks going down below that. From the top block of those 4 on the left, place 2 nether bricks going down. From the second block of those 4 on the right, place 2 nether bricks going down with a brown wall below it, with a nether brick going diagonally down to the right. Now grab your brown wool, as you've got a space to fill in. You're going to fill in this 1 empty space here in with your brown wool, so go ahead and do that now. So that should look like that, and you're now going to head down here to these 3 brown walls we have going across here, and to the right of it place 2 nether bricks with 2 black walls after that. On top of those 2 black walls, place another 2 black walls. On top of the left block of those 2, place 3 black walls going across to the right, 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right, with a link 2 going across on the upper level to the right. From the top block of those 2 on the left, place a black terracotta. Go back to these 2. From the second block underneath it, you are going to place a block of coal, with 3 blocks of coal going down on the right. From the bottom block of those 3 on the right, you can place 3 blocks of coal going across to the right, with 5 black walls going up on the right. And then 3 grey terracottas going up on the right with a brown wall on top of it. with 5 grey terracottas on top of that, with a nether brick above it, with a black terracotta above that, with a nether brick above that, with 2 black walls above that, with a black terracotta above that, with 2 black walls above that, with a block of coal above that, with a black wall going diagonally up to the right, with a black wall going diagonally down to the right, with a block of coal above it, with 2 black terracottas on top of that, with a spruce log above that, with a netherrack above that, with a linked 2 black terracottas going up on the left. No, it's not linked to, nope. Ignore that, you've got 1 black terracotta going diagonally up to the left, with a brown wall above it. Using that as the center block, have 3 blocks of coal going vertically. From the bottom block of those 3 on the left, place a block of coal with a linked 3 blocks going down on the left. From the middle block of those 3 on the left, place 3 blocks of coal going up. From the top block of those 3 on the left, place a block of coal. Go back to these 3 blocks you had going down underneath it. Or these 3 blocks of coal, which the center block was off the brown wall. Underneath it, place a block of coal with a linked 2 going down on the right, with 2 obsidian below that. That should reach that black wall fine. Underneath that black wall, you are going to place 2 nether bricks going down like so, with a linked 3 blocks going down on the right, with 1 block going diagonally down to the right, with a linked 2 blocks of coals going down on the right, with 2 sets of 3 going down on the right. This is with your block of coal still. And then you've got 2 blocks of coal going down on the right, with a black wall below it, with 2 blocks of coal going down on the right, with a black wall below it, with a block of coal to the right of it, with a brown wall to the right of that, with a spruce log going diagonally up to the left, with a brown wall above it, with a netherrack above that, with a black terracotta to the left of that, with a grey terracotta above that, with a brown wall above that, with a black terracotta going diagonally up to the left, with a black terracotta going diagonally down to the left, with a nether brick below it, with 2 grey terracottas below that, with a linked 3 nether bricks going down on the right. Go back to these 2 grey terracottas from the top block, place a grey terracotta going diagonally up to the left, with 3 nether bricks on top of it, with a black terracotta above that, with a spruce log going diagonally up to the left, going diagonally up to the right, sorry, from that black terracotta. You can place, well, from the spruce log, you are going to place a netherrack going diagonally down to the right, with a brown wall below it. Go back to this spruce log, and on top of it, place a brown wall with, hold on a second. Hold on. This isn't meant to be a brown wall, this is meant to be a spruce log, and then this is meant to be a netherrack on top of it, with a spruce log going diagonally up to the left, with a brown wall on top of it, with a black terracotta going diagonally up to the left, with a spruce log on top of it, with a brown wall on top of that. No, it's not a brown wall, it's a netherrack on top of it. Next to this black terracotta, you can place a... Oh, I've completely lost myself. Hold on a second. I'll find myself again. These are the 2. Yep. And then that's like that. Yep. From that netherrack, you're going to place a linked 2 black. Hold on. Let me reverse. Let me reverse. So right here, you've got those, and then you got that. Next to this black terracotta, on the left of it, you're going to place a black wool with 2 blocks of coal on top of it. There you go. On top of that block of coal, you're going to place a black terracotta with a spruce log above it,
with a netherrack above that. Go back to this black terracotta, and that should be a brown wool here, like that. There we go. Knew it would be a fairly simple fix, I just got confused where I was. It's fine. Go back to these two, actually, and these two nether bricks, and place 2 grey terracottas below, with a grey terracotta going diagonally down to the right, 2 grey terracottas going down on the right, with a link 2 nether bricks going down on the right, with a grey terracotta below it. And there you go. You can now fill in this single empty space here with your brown wool. So go ahead and do that. Like fill in the one that I'm filling in now. Fill that in now. So that should look like that, and you're now going to head down to this empty space here, fill this in with your obsidian, like that. You're then going to come up here to this black wool here, and on top of it, place an obsidian with black wool above it, with 2 blocks of coal going up on the right, with an obsidian below them, with a block of coal below that, with 2 obsidian below that. From the top block of those 2 on the right, place an obsidian. Come back up here to these 2 blocks of coal, and you are going to place 5 black walls on top of them. From the top block of those 5 on the right, place 2 blocks of coal with 4 obsidians going down underneath it. Go back to the second block, and on top of it, place an obsidian with an obsidian going diagonally up to the left. Go back to the obsidian, place some 2 obsidian going down on the right. Go back to the top block of those 2 and place an obsidian going diagonally up to the right, with a block of coal above it, with 6 obsidian on top of that. Fill in this empty space here in with your obsidian. Go back to these 6, and from the 4th block, so right there, on the left, you are going to place 3 obsidian going across to the left. From the middle block of those 3, place an obsidian above it, with an obsidian going diagonally up to the left, a black wall above that. Come back down here to these 2 blocks of coal here, and place a linked 2 blocks of coal going across on the upper level to the left, with a black terracotta to the left of that. Go back to this block of coal, and go back to that black terracotta, and on top of it, place 3 nether bricks going on top of that, with 3 black terracottas on top of that. Go back to this block of coal again, and you're going to place 6 black walls going up on top of it, with a black wall going diagonally up to the right. So you're then going to head up here again to these 4 black terracottas we have here, and on top of them place a nether brick with a black terracotta above that, with 4 nether bricks above that, with 4 black terracottas above that. From the bottom block of those 4, you can place 2 black terracottas going down on the right. From the bottom block of those 2 on the right, place 2 black walls going across to the right. Go back to the first block of those 2 black walls, and underneath it, place 2 black walls going down, with 4 black walls going down on the right. From the top block of those 4 on the right, place a block of coal. So you're going to fill in this empty space here in with your black wool, like that. You're going to grab your nether bricks. You're going to fill in this empty space here in. I'll make sure to do all of these on camera with you. Like so. And then you're going to fill in this empty space here and this empty space here in with your block of coal. Like so. And then you're going to head back up here to these 4 blocks of coal we have here, and you're going to place a black terracotta above it, with a brown wool on top of that, with a netherrack on top of that, with a spruce log going diagonally up to the left, with 3 blocks of coal below it. From the bottom block of those 3 on the left, place a block of coal. Go back to this spruce log, and on top of it, place a brown wool, with a linked 2 blocks of coal going up on the left, with 4 blocks of coal going up on the left, with a linked 4 blocks of coal going up on the left. On the top block of those 4, on top of it, you're going to place a black terracotta with a spruce log above it, with a brown wool above that. Go to the spruce log, and to the left of it, place a block of coal with 3 black terracottas above it, with a spruce log above that, with a brown wool above that, and then place 2 spruce logs going up on the left. Going up on the left. From the top of those 2 on the left, place a grey terracotta with a nether brick below it, with a nether brick going diagonally down to the right, with 4 black walls below that, with a nether brick below it, with 3 black walls below that. From that top block of those 3 on the left, place a black terracotta. You are then going to go underneath this block of coal with your obsidian. You're going to place 4 obsidians going down like so. Underneath these linked 4, you're going to place 3 obsidians going down like so. And you're going to fill in this top empty space here in with your black wool, like that. You're then going to grab your obsidian, and you're going to fill in this single empty space here in with your obsidian, which should look like that. You're then going to come over here to this block of this black terracotta with and you're going to place a spruce log above it, with a nether brick above that, with 2 spruce logs going up on the left, with a nether brick above it, with a spruce log going diagonally up to the left, with 2 grey terracottas above that, with a spruce log above that, with 5 grey terracottas above that. Next to the 4th block of those 5 on the right, place a spruce log with a nether brick below it, with 6 spruce logs going down below that. Go back to this spruce log way up here, and on top of it, place a nether brick with 2 grey terracottas above it, with a linked 3 blocks going up on the right, with 1 block going diagonally up to the right. You're then going to fill in this single empty space here in with your nether bricks. So that should look like that. And then you're going to head over here again to these 2 blocks of coal here, and on top of them, you're going to place a black terracotta with a spruce log above it, with a nether brick above that. Go to these 4 they're not black, they're blocks of coal, and on top of them you are going to place a spruce log with a brown wool above it. And that's it for that section, actually. You're then going to head over to this spruce log, and you're going to place a spruce log going down on the diagonally down to the left, with a netherrack to the left of it. Go back to that spruce log, and below it you can place 2 brown walls going down, with 2 brown walls going down on the right, with 3 netherrack below that. From the bottom block of those 3 on the left, place 2 netherracks going up, a brown wall to the left of it, with a brown wall going diagonally up to the left. Place a netherrack above that, with a brown wall going diagonally up to the left, with a netherrack above that, with 2 netherracks going diagonally up to the left. Underneath that, fill that empty space in with a brown wool. Fill in this empty space here in with brown wool. Fill in this empty space here in with your brown wool. Like that. And then you're going to come back up here to this netherrack and place a linked 2 blocks going up to the left with your brown wool. For another 2 blocks going up to the left, your brown wool linked, and another 2 blocks going up to the left, your brown wool linked. Place a netherrack above that, with 2 blocks going up on the left with your brown wool, with a netherrack above it, with a brown wool going diagonally up to the left, with a netherrack above it, 2 brown walls going up on the left, a netherrack above it, with 2 blocks going diagonally up to the left, your brown wool, with a netherrack above it. Fill in this empty space here in with your brown wool. So go ahead and do that now. Do it on camera as well. And then on top of this netherrack, place a brown wool and fill in this empty space here in with your brown wool, which should look like that. So I've had a small infantry range, as you can see, and you're going to start by filling this empty space and this empty space in with your red wool. You're then going to head down here to this netherrack we have down here. On top of these two netherracks right here, you are going to place 3 red terracottas going up like so. From the bottom block of those 3 on the left, place 2 red terracottas going up like so, with a red terracotta going diagonally up to the left, with a redstone block above it, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the left, with 3 red terracottas going diagonally up to the left, with 2 red terracottas going up on the left, with another 2 red terracottas going up on the left. Place a red wool above that, using that as the top block. Place 3 red wools going down, linked down to the right, on top of the block that we placed on top of these. So right here, you are going to place 3 redstone blocks going up like so. From the middle block of those on the left, place 1 redstone block with a red terracotta below it. Go back to these 3, and from the bottom block of those, you can place 1 block. From the top middle block of those on the right, place 2 redstone blocks going across to the right. Underneath it, you are going to place 5 redstone blocks going down like so, with a red wool below it, with 2 redstone blocks going diagonally down to the right of that red wool. To the right of that redstone block, you can place an orange terracotta, with an orange terracotta going diagonally up to the left, with an orange terracotta going diagonally up to the right. Place a red wool above that orange terracotta, with 2 redstone blocks above that. From the bottom block of those, you can place 2 blocks going across to the left with your redstone blocks. Fill in this empty space here in with your redstone blocks. Go back to these 2, and from the bottom block you can place 3 redstone blocks going down on the right, like so. From the bottom block of those 3 on the left, place a redstone block. Go back to these 3, and underneath them with your red wool, you can place 3 red wools going down. From the middle block of those 3 on the left, place a red wool. Go back to these 3, and place 2 red wools going down on the right. On top of those 2, you can place a red terracotta. So that's that section done. So now I'm moving back up here, back to these 2 redstone blocks actually, and place 3 redstone blocks going up on the left, with 3 brown wools above that. From the bottom block of those 3 brown wools on the right, place a brown wool with a netherrack to the right of it. Below that netherrack, place 2 netherracks going down, with 2 netherracks going up on the left next to it. Go back to this netherrack here, and above it you are going to place 4 netherracks going up like so. From the third block of those 4 on the left, place 2 netherracks going across to the left. Go back, fill in this empty space here, and with your netherrack, go back to this 3rd block. Now actually go to the 4th block and place a linked 4 going up on the right with your netherrack. On top of that, place 3 red terracottas. From the middle block of those 3 on the left, place a red terracotta. Go back to these 3, and above it, place a red wool. Go back to these 3 again, and from that top block on the right, you're going to place a netherrack with 2 netherracks going across on the upper level to the right. On top of the left block of those 2 netherracks, place a netherrack with a red terracotta above it. Using that, place 3 red terracottas going down on the left link to go back to that 1 block, and on top of it, place a red wool with 5 redstone blocks above it, with a orange terracotta above that. Place an orange wool to the right of that orange terracotta. Go back to this orange terracotta, and above it, place 2 redstone blocks with a linked 3 blocks going across on the lower level to the left. For the middle block of those 3, underneath it, place 2 redstone blocks going down with an orange terracotta below it. Place a linked 2 orange terracottas going down on the right, with 2 redstone blocks below it. And then place 2 redstone blocks going down on the left. And then place another 2 redstone blocks going down on the left. And then place 3 redstone blocks going down on the left. From the middle block of those 3 on the right, place a redstone block with 3 red terracottas going down underneath it. From the middle block of those 3 on the left, place a red terracotta. Using that as the center block, have 3 red wools going vertically, like so. From the bottom block of those 3 on the right, place a red wool. Starting underneath that, place 3 red terracottas going across to the left. On top of that 3rd block, so right there, you can place 3 red terracottas going up, like so, with a redstone block above it. with 2 redstone blocks going up on the left, with 3 redstone blocks going up on the left of that, with 2 redstone blocks going up on the left, with a linked 4 blocks going up on the left, linked from the bottom block of those 2. So that should look like that. Underneath those 4 blocks, so starting there, you are going to place 10 pumpkins going down like so. Next, underneath that 10, place a redstone block with a orange terracotta below it, with a redstone block below that, with a red wool below that. To the left of that red wool, place a netherrack. Hold on, no. To the left of that red wool, place a red terracotta with 4 redstone blocks above it. Next to the 3rd block on the left, place a red terracotta. Next to the 4th block on the left, you can place 3 redstone blocks going on like so. Next to the top block of those 3 on the left, place a redstone block with a red wool below it and a red terracotta below that. Go back to these 4 redstone blocks here and place 2 orange terracottas above it with 4 pumpkins above that. Go back to these 10 pumpkins we have here, and from the bottom block on the right, you can place 4 pumpkins going up like so, with a orange terracotta above it, with 5 redstone blocks above that. Go to the 2nd block of those 5, so right there, and on the right, you are going to place 5 redstone blocks going down like so, and then place 3 redstone blocks going down on the right, with a linked 4 blocks going down on the right. So we're going to fill in this empty space here, just these 3 blocks here, with your redstone block. You're then going to move up here and fill in this empty space with your redstone block. And actually, while we're here, fill in this empty space and this empty space in with your orange terracotta. So that should look like that. You're then going to move back up here to these 2 redstone blocks. Actually, go to these 3 redstone blocks here and place 4 redstone blocks going up on the left like so. From the top block of those 4 on the right, place an orange terracotta with 3 redstone blocks above it, with 2 redstone blocks going up on the right of that. Fill in this empty space here with your redstone blocks like that. Go to the middle block of these 3 redstone blocks here, and on the left of it, place a orange terracotta with a redstone block after it. With it, place a orange terracotta below that, with an orange terracotta going diagonally down to the left, with an orange terracotta going diagonally up to the left. Fill in this empty space here, and with your orange terracotta, go back to this orange terracotta we had here. No, actually go back to the redstone block, and on top of it, place an orange terracotta with an orange terracotta going diagonally up to the right. 2 blocks going up on the right. Fill in this empty space, and this empty space in with your orange terracotta, and then fill in this empty space with your orange terracotta. Like so. So you're then going to move up here to this orange wool, and starting underneath it, you're going to place 8 redstone blocks going down like so. Should be 8, that is good. And from the 6th, this block here, 6th block, yeah, on the right of that 6th block, you can place 4 redstone blocks going down like so, with a linked 2 orange terracottas going down on the right, with 2 redstone blocks below it. Go back to these orange terracottas, and above it, place 2 pumpkins with 2 orange wool above it. To the left of that top block of those 2 orange wool, place an orange terracotta. Go back to the left of the top block. Go to the right of that top block of the orange wool and place an orange wool. Go back to these 2 orange wool, and from the bottom block, place 4 blocks going down on the right. Next to the 2nd and 3rd block on the right, place the orange wools. Go back to these 4, and underneath it, place a pumpkin with an orange wool below it, with 2 orange terracotta below that, with a red terracotta below that. Place a pumpkin to the right of that red terracotta, and place 2 orange terracottas below that, with a red terracotta below it. Next to that red terracotta, place 2 pumpkins going up, with 2 orange wools above it. To the right of that top block of those 2, so right there, place an orange wool with 4 orange wools going down on the right. From the 3rd block of those 4 on the left, place an orange wool and fill in this empty space here in with your orange wool. Go to this pumpkin here On top of it, place 2 orange walls going up to the right of that top block of those 2. Place 2 orange walls going across to the right from the first block of those 2. Above it, place an orange wall. Come down here to these 4 orange walls again, and next to this second block on the right, place 2 pumpkins going across to the right with 2 orange terracotta after that. Underneath the second block of those 2, place an orange terracotta, go back to that second block, and to the right of it, place a redstone block, an orange terracotta above it, with a redstone block above that. Go back to these 2 pumpkins we have here, and underneath them, place 2 orange terracottas with 2 red terracottas below that, and then place 3 orange terracottas going down on the right, with a red terracotta below it. Place a linked 2 orange terracottas going down on the right, with a red wall below it, with an red terracotta below that. Go back to these 2 orange terracottas we have here, and to the right of that top block, place a pumpkin with an orange wall going diagonally up to the right, with 2 redstone blocks going up on the right, with a orange terracotta above it. Go back to these 2 redstone blocks and place 2 orange terracottas going down on the right, with 2 redstone blocks below it. Next to these 2 redstone blocks on the right, place redstone blocks. Underneath both of those, place 1 orange terracotta like that. So go back to this redstone block, and on the left of it, place a pumpkin with a orange wall to the left of it, with a pumpkin to the left of that, and then fill in this empty space here in with your pumpkin. Come back down here to this red terracotta here, and to the right of it, place 4 orange terracottas going down like so, with a red terracotta below it. To the right of from those 4 orange terracottas, you can place a linked 3 orange terracottas going down on the right, with a red wall below it. Go back to these 3 orange terracottas and place a linked 4 orange terracottas going down on the right, with a red terracotta below it, with, I don't have it on me, where is it, jungle log. There's a jungle log below that. So go back to this red terracotta, and on the right of it, place 3 orange terracottas going down on the right, with a red terracotta below it. Go to the right of that red terracotta and place 3 orange terracottas going down on the right, with a red wall below it. Go back to these 3, and from the bottom block, place a linked 4 orange terracottas going down on the right, with a red terracotta below it. Go back to these orange terracottas and place a linked 3 orange terracottas going down on the right, with a redstone block below it, with a red terracotta below that. Go to this redstone block, and on the right of it, place 3 orange terracottas going down like so, with a red wall below it. Go to the right of this red wall and place an orange terracotta with a redstone block below it, with 2 red wall below that. Place a redstone block going diagonally down to the right, with a red wall below it, with a redstone block going diagonally down to the right. To the left of that redstone block, place a red terracotta with 2 orange terracottas going up on the right, with 2 orange terracottas going up on the left. Go back to this red terracotta here, and place an orange terracotta going diagonally down to the right, with a red terracotta below it. Go back to this orange terracotta and place a linked 3 orange terracottas going down on the right, with a red wall below it, with a red terracotta below that. Go back to these 3, and from the bottom block, place a linked 4 orange terracottas going down on the right. Next to the 3rd block, place 2 orange terracottas going down on the right. And that's that section done. So we're now going to head back up here, and you're going to fill in this empty space here in with your brown wool, and that should look like that. So we're now going to head down here to where you've got these orange terracottas right here, and next to them, starting there, you're going to place 4 pumpkins going up like so, with 3 pumpkins going up on the left. Fill in this empty space with your pumpkins. Go back to these 3 and place 2 pumpkins going up on the left, with 4 redstone blocks above it. Next to the second block of those 4 on the right, place 2 redstone blocks going across to the right. Go back to these 4 and place 2 redstone blocks going up on the left, with a orange terracotta above it. Go back to these 2 redstone blocks and place an orange terracotta below it. Go back to this orange terracotta, and above it, place, well, using that center block, have 3 redstone blocks going across horizontally, like so, from the right block of those 3, you can place 2 diagonals going up to the right. Go to the first of those diagonals, and to the left of it, place an orange terracotta with a redstone block above it. 2 redstone blocks going across on a lower level to the left. On top of the second block of those 2, so right there, place 4 redstone blocks going up. Next to the top block of those 4 on the left, place 4 redstone blocks going down. Go back to the top block of those 4, and to the right of it, place a pumpkin with an orange terracotta to the right of that, with a redstone block to the right of that, with an orange terracotta to the right of that, with a pumpkin going diagonally down to the right. No, a redstone block going diagonally down to the right, with 5 pumpkins to the right of that. On top of the third and fourth block, place 2 pumpkins, or 1 pumpkin, like 2 pumpkins in total. And then from the 5th pumpkin, you are going to place 3 pumpkins going up on the right. Go to the bottom block of those 3, and on the right of it, place a pumpkin with 2 pumpkins, no, 4 pumpkins going down on the right. Next to the third block of those 4 on the left, place a pumpkin going diagonally down to the left, with a orange terracotta to the right of it, with a pumpkin below it, with a redstone block to the left of that, with a pumpkin below it, with 2 pumpkins going diagonally down to the right. Go to the first of those 2 pumpkins, and to the left of it, place a pumpkin with a redstone block below it, with a redstone block going diagonally down to the right, with a redstone block going diagonally down to the left. Fill in this empty space here in with your orange terracotta, and where you've got here, place 2 orange terracottas there, with a pumpkin below the second block, so right there. And then place 2 pumpkins going down on the left. Go to the bottom block of those 2, and on the right, place a pumpkin. Go back to these 2 and place a linked 3 blocks going down on the left with your redstone blocks. From the middle block of those 3 on the left, place a redstone block. On top of that, place a linked 2 orange terracottas going across on the upper level to the left, with 1 orange terracotta going diagonally up to the left. And then place 2 orange terracottas going across on the upper level to the left. So you're then going to come down here to these 2 pumpkins. From the bottom block of those 2 on the right, place a orange terracotta with a block of redstone above it, with 2 blocks of redstone going across the right of that. Underneath that, place a redstone block, 2 redstone blocks going down on the right. Don't want to break that. That should be there with the correct block. And from these 2 redstone blocks, you are going to place a redstone block going diagonally down to the right, with 2 redstone blocks going up on the right. Next to the top block of those 2 on the right, so right there, you're going to place 5 redstone blocks going down, with 2 redstone blocks going down on the right. From the bottom block of those 2 on the left, place a redstone block with 3 orange terracottas going diagonally up to the left, like so. Go down to these 4 pumpkins, and from the bottom block of those 4 on the right, place a orange terracotta. So you're now going to fill in this empty space here in with your redstone block, like this. And then you're going to fill in this empty space and this empty space with your orange terracotta, like that. And you can't do this one yet, so we're going to do that now. Right here, next to these 3 redstone blocks, place an orange terracotta to the right of it, with an orange terracotta going diagonally up to the right. An orange terracotta going diagonally down to the right. Go back to the wall we had up to the right and place another one going diagonally up to the right, with 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right, with 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the right, with 1 block going diagonally down to the right. So fill in this empty space here in with your orange terracotta, like that. Fill in this empty space here in with your orange terracotta, like that. You're going to grab your pumpkin, and you're going to fill in this empty space here with your pumpkin, so go ahead and do that now. So that should look like that. And then we are, sorry if that sounded slightly odd, I've just got a sudden error message on my computer for some reason. Anyway, next to these 4 redstone blocks here, you are going to, next to the 3rd block, so right there, place a pumpkin with 2 pumpkins going up on the left. Place 2 redstone blocks going across on the upper level to the right. Go back to these 2 pumpkins and place 3 pumpkins going up on the left. And then place 2 pumpkins going up on the left, with 7 redstone blocks above it. That's 6, that's 7 there. Next to the top block of those 7 on the left, place a redstone block with 4 orange terracottas going down like so. So yeah, we've actually marked out a space for you to fill in. But I'm not going to get you to fill that in just yet. We're going to go to these 7 redstone blocks, and next to the 6th block, so right here on the right, place a redstone block with 2 orange terracottas go below it. Go back to this redstone block and place 3 redstone blocks going across on the lower level to the right. On top of the 3rd block of those 3, place a redstone block. Go back to the first block of those 3, and underneath it, place a redstone block with 3 redstone blocks going across to the right on the lower level. Underneath the middle block of those 3, so right there, place a redstone block. No, place an orange terracotta with a redstone block below it, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the right. Go back to that redstone block we had below it and place 3 redstone blocks going across to the left. Fill in this empty space here in with your redstone block. And now I'm going to get you to fill in this empty space here with your pumpkins. So go ahead and do that now. It's just 1 empty space, so go ahead and do that. So that should look like that, and we're now going to head up here to these 2 orange terracottas we have here, and to the top block of those 2 on the right, place 4 redstone blocks going across to the right, with 2 redstone blocks going up on the right, with 1 block going diagonally up to the left, 1 block going diagonally down to the left, with 1 block going diagonally up to the left. Go underneath that one we had up to the left and place 2 redstone blocks below it. Fill in this empty space here in with your redstone blocks. And on top of this redstone block we have here, you are going to place 4 orange terracottas going up like so, with how many is that? That's 7? 6. Place 6 orange terracottas going across on the upper level to the right, and then place, just want to check that quickly. Yep, it's 7. We're good. Okay, go back to these 6 and place 3 orange terracottas going across on the lower level to the right. Underneath that 3rd block, place a redstone block with a orange terracotta below it, with 2 redstone blocks below that, with 2 redstone blocks going down on the lower level to the left linked. Place a orange terracotta below that, with 2 orange terracottas going across on the upper level to the right. Underneath that 2nd orange terracotta, place an orange terracotta going down, with 4 redstone blocks below it. To the left of those 4, bottom block of those 4 on the left, place 2 redstone blocks going across to the left, with 3 redstone blocks above it. Fill in this empty space here in with your redstone block. Go back to this 4 redstone block here. On the right, place a redstone block with a orange terracotta to the right of it, a redstone block to the right of that, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the right. Go back to this orange terracotta, and above it, place 3 redstone blocks going up like so, with 3 redstone blocks going up on the left, with a linked 2 blocks going up on the left of that. Fill in this empty space here in, only 3 blocks, with your redstone block, like so. Go back to these 3 orange terracottas here on top of that 3rd block, so starting there, place 2 pumpkins going up like so, with an orange terracotta to the right of it, with an orange terracotta going diagonally up to the right, with a pumpkin below it, with 2 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the right. Then place 3 pumpkins going diagonally up to the right, like so. And then place 5, I think. Yeah, 5 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the right, like so, with 2 pumpkins going up on the right. Underneath those, each of those, place an orange terracotta, and then next to the 2nd of those, place 2 orange terracottas going across to the right. Underneath the 2nd block of those, place an orange terracotta going down, with 4 redstone blocks below it, with a redstone block going diagonally down to the left, with 2 orange terracottas above it, with 3 redstone blocks above that. Go back to this one we had diagonally down to the left, and place 2 redstone blocks going across on the upper level to the left, with a redstone block going diagonally down to the left, with a redstone block going diagonally down to the right. Go back to the one we had diagonally down to the left and place 3 redstone blocks going across on the lower level to the left. Underneath the 1st block of those 3, place an orange terracotta with 2 redstone blocks going across on the lower level to the left linked. Go back to these 3 and place 4 redstone blocks going down on the left of you, and then place a redstone block going diagonally down to the left, and then place 3 redstone blocks going across on the lower level to the left. Underneath the 1st block of those 3, so right there, place a redstone block with a linked 3 blocks going down on the right. Go back to these 3 redstone blocks we had going across to the left, On top of these third block of those 3, so right there, place a redstone block above it. With a redstone block going diagonally up to the left, with 2 redstone blocks going up on the right. Next to the top block of those 2 on the right, place a redstone block, with 3 redstone blocks going up on the right. Next to the top block of those 3 on the right, place a redstone block, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the right, with 2 redstone blocks going across on the lower level to the right, with 2 redstone blocks going across on the upper level to the right, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the right, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the left. So fill in this empty space here in with your redstone block, fill in this empty space here in with your redstone block, and fill in this empty space here in with your redstone blocks. Like so. While you've got your orange terracotta, fill in this empty space here with your orange terracotta. It'll be easier to go around at the end and just fill one empty space there in. Yeah, so we're now going to go back to this pumpkin here, this second diagonal with your pumpkin, and to the left of it, place 3 orange walls going across to the left with a pumpkin to the left of it, with an orange wall going diagonally up to the left, with an orange terracotta going diagonally up to the left of that, with 2 orange walls to the left of it. Go back to this orange wall we have here, and to the right of it, place 5 orange terracottas going across to the right, with 3 redstone blocks after that, with an orange terracotta after that, with 3 redstone blocks after that. Underneath the third block of those 3, place a redstone block below it, with a redstone block going diagonally down to the right, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the right. Go back to these 3 and place, actually go to the original 3, so these 3, and on top of the third block of those, place 7 redstone blocks going across to the right linked. From the middle block of those 7 on top of it, place a redstone block with 2 redstone blocks going across in the upper level to the right. And we'll come back to this orange terracotta here, and underneath it place 4 redstone blocks going down with a link 2 going down on the right. Go back to these 4 and place a redstone block going diagonally down to the left. Fill in this empty space here in with your redstone block. Come back over here to the oranges. I got slightly carried away there. And actually go to this orange terracotta right here. No, we're not. We're going to go to these 2 oranges here, and to the left of it place a pumpkin with an orange terracotta going diagonally up to the left, with 3 orange walls to the left of that. On top of the third block of those, place an orange terracotta with 2 pumpkins to the left of it, with 3 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the left, with a pumpkin going diagonally up to the left with an orange wall to the left of it, with a pumpkin to the left of that, with a pumpkin going diagonally up to the left with a orange wall to the left of it, with a orange terracotta going diagonally up to the left, with 2 orange walls going across to the left of that, an orange terracotta above that second orange wall, with 3 orange walls going across to the left, with 2 pumpkins after that. I think we might have missed something somewhere. Hold on. Let me check. Okay, I see what I've done wrong. You're going to come to these, where we've placed the pumpkin to the left of it. And where you've got these 2 orange walls here, to the left of that, break it, and break everything we've just done from there. So it's only these blocks here, thankfully. It's not money. So come to these. This is what it should look like now. That's the only blocks we've broken. I've made sure to tear it on camera to make sure. Yeah. So coming back to this state here. I just missed out these because I thought it was these, but I forgot. So next to these 2 orange walls, you're going to place an orange terracotta going diagonally up to the left with 3 orange walls to the left of it. On top of the third of those, place an orange terracotta with 2 pumpkins to the left of that, with 3 pumpkins going across in the upper level to the left of that, with a pumpkin going diagonally up to the left of that, with an orange wall to the left of it, with a pumpkin to the left of it, with a pumpkin going diagonally up to the left, with an orange wall to the left of it, with an orange terracotta going diagonally up to the left of that, with 2 orange walls to the left of that, with an orange terracotta on top of the second block of those, with 3 orange walls to the left of that, with 2 pumpkins to the left of that, and that should be touching the redstone, which it is. So make sure it looks exactly like this section. Just pause the video now, make sure it looks the same. And we're going to This is going to be a very good fill in. We're going to fill in this empty space here in with your pumpkin. Woo! So go ahead and do that now. So that should look like that, and we're now going to head up here to these 2 pumpkins here, and to the left of those 2, place 2 pumpkins going up like so. From the top block of those 2 on the right, place 4 redstone blocks going across to the right, with a pumpkin to the right of that, with 2 orange terracottas going across on a lower level to the right, a pumpkin to the right of it, with an orange terracotta going diagonally down to the right, with 2 pumpkins to the right of that, with 3 pumpkins going across on the lower level to the right. On top of those 3 pumpkins, place 3 orange walls, with a pumpkin to the right of it, with 2 pumpkins above that, with 2 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the left, with a pumpkin below the second block of those, with a pumpkin going diagonally down to the left. Fill in this empty space here in with your pumpkins, and then go back to these pumpkins and place a linked 2 orange terracottas going across on the lower level to the right, with a pumpkin below, with a linked 2 orange terracottas going across on the lower level to the right, with 2 pumpkins after it, with an orange terracotta going diagonally down to the right, with 2 pumpkins to the right of it, with 2 orange terracottas going across on the lower level to the right, with a pumpkin to the right of it, with 2 orange walls after that, with an orange terracotta to the right of that. Go back to these 2, and underneath the second block of those 2, place a pumpkin, with 3 orange walls after that. Place a red terracotta to the right of those 3, with 2 redstone blocks after that. Go to the left of those 2 redstone blocks and place a redstone block above it, with an orange terracotta to the right of that, with a redstone block to the right of that. Go back to these 2 redstone blocks and place 2 redstone blocks going down on the right. That should connect up with that just fine. Next, to the left of the bottom block of those 2, place 5 redstone blocks going across to the left from the middle block of those 5, so the third block above it, place a redstone block. Fill in this empty space here in with your orange terracotta. Go back to that redstone block. To the left of it, place 2 orange terracotta going across to the left, with 4 redstone blocks going across to the left of that. We have actually marked it out, so fill in this empty space, and this empty space in with your redstone blocks. So go ahead and do that now, and that should look like that. So we're now going to head over to these 4 redstone blocks here, and you're going to place 5 pumpkins going up on the left of them, like so, with a pumpkin going diagonally, linked 2 going up on the right. From the bottom of those 2, place a pumpkin going diagonally down to the right, with a pumpkin going diagonally up to the right, with 3 blocks going across on the upper level to the right, with 2 blocks going diagonally up to the right. Next to that second on the right, place a orange wall with a linked 2 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the right, with a pumpkin going diagonally down to the right, with 3 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the right, with an orange wall going diagonally down to the right, with a pumpkin going diagonally down to the right of that, with 2 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the right, with 2 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the right. On top of the second of those 2, place a pumpkin, go back to these 2, and place 3 pumpkins going across on the lower level to the right, with 2 pumpkins going across on the lower level to the right. This is 3, this is 2. From underneath the second block of those 2, so right there, place 2 pumpkins going down. That should connect with that just fine, with 2 redstone blocks below it. To the left of those redstone blocks, place 2 redstone blocks going across to the left, with 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left, with 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the left, with a pumpkin to the left of it, put a pumpkin above that. And where you've got these 2, just bring that across over to that pumpkin there. Fill in this empty space here and with your pumpkin. Come over here to where you've got these 2, and to the left of those 2, underneath it, place a redstone block with 2 orange terracottas to the left of that. Fill in this empty space here in with your redstone block, like that. You're then going to come down here to where you've got these 4 redstone blocks here, and to the second of those 2, so right there. Place 4 pumpkins going across to the left, On top of the 4th block, so right there, you can place 1 pumpkin going up with 4 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the right. You're now going to fill in this empty space herein with your orange wool. I'll do that with you on camera. And then you're going to fill in this empty space herein with your pumpkin. So go ahead and do that now. And that should look like that. So you're now going to head over to these 2 pumpkins, or 3 if you count the top one, and go to the top block of those 2, or the middle block of those 3. So this one here, place 2 orange wools going down, with a orange wool going across to the right of that, with a red terracotta above it, a brown wool going diagonally up to the left, 2 redstone blocks above that. Next to the right of the top block of those 2 redstone blocks, place a pumpkin with a red terracotta going diagonally down to the right, with a netherrack going diagonally down to the right of that, with a orange terracotta going to the right of that, with an orange terracotta going diagonally down to the right, with a netherrack going diagonally down to the right of that, an orange terracotta to the right of it, with a red terracotta going diagonally down to the right, a pumpkin to the right of that, with a brown wool below that, with an orange terracotta to the right of that, with 2 brown wools going diagonally down to the right. On top of the second of those 2, place an orange terracotta. Go back to this brown wool, and to the right of it, place a redstone block with a red terracotta going diagonally down to the right. And then place an orange terracotta to the right of that, with 3 orange terracottas going diagonally down to the right from that orange terracotta. That should reach that redstone. That's all good. To the left of those, the bottom block of those, place a brown wool with 2 brown wools going diagonally up to the left. You're going to come back down here. Actually, we've done that. Go back over here to these orange wools here. Go to this red terracotta, sorry, and place 2 blocks of redstone going diagonally down to the right. Fill in this empty space herein with your orange wool. Go back to these 2 redstone and place a red terracotta going diagonally down to the right, with a redstone block going diagonally down to the right of that, with 2 orange terracotta going diagonally down to the right. Underneath the first of those 2, place a pumpkin. Go back to the second block of those 2, and to the right of it, place a brown wool with a redstone block below it, with a orange wool going diagonally down to the right, with a redstone block to the right of that, with a brown wool to the right of that, with a orange wool going diagonally down to the right, with a red terracotta to the right of that. So you're going to fill in this empty space herein with your orange wool, and this empty space herein with your orange wool. Just to give you a bit of reference, this section here is that dark section there, and that should be the final dark section of the build. Then we've got, once we've done that, I plan to just mark out the pumpkin here, so we can fill this section in with orange, and finish marking out the pumpkin here, so we can fill this section with other orange. And that's it for the build. So we're actually very close to being finished now, so don't worry. So with this slight inventory change, we're going to move up here to this pumpkin, and underneath it you're going to place 2 spruce logs going down with a linked 2 black terracottas going down on the right. Next to the bottom block of those 2 black terracottas on the right, place a block of coal with a block of coal going diagonally down to the right. Place a spruce log above it with a spruce log going diagonally down to the left, with a black terracotta going diagonally down to the right, with a black terracotta going diagonally up to the right. Underneath that, you can place a linked 2 blocks of coal going across from the lower level to the right. Underneath the second block of those, you can place an obsidian with a linked 2 blocks of coal going down on the right. From the bottom block of those, no, go to the top block of those block of coals, and on the right, place a black wool with a spruce log going diagonally up to the left. In this empty space here and this empty space here, you can place spruce logs and go back to these blocks of coal, and underneath them, place another spruce log with a block of coal to the right of it, with a block of coal going diagonally up to the right, with a obsidian to the left of that. Go back to this block of coal up to the right, place a black terracotta to the right of it, with 2 blocks of coal going down on the right. From the bottom block of those 2 on the right, place a block of coal, a spruce log to the right of that. Underneath that, place a block of coal with a block of coal going diagonally down to the left. On top of that, place a linked 2 obsidian going across on the upper level to the left, with a black terracotta to the left of that with a spruce log to the left of that. On top of that spruce log, place a black wool with an obsidian above that, and fill in this empty space here and with your obsidian. Go back down here to this block of coal, and to the right of it place 2 blocks of coal with a block of coal on top of the second block. Go back to the second block of coal, and underneath it place a spruce log. Go back to that second block of coal, and to the right of it place a black terracotta. They're linked to blocks of coal going across on the lower level to the right, a block of coal going diagonally down to the right, and on either side of this block of coal place a spruce log. So that's that section done, and I'm going to switch back to the inventory I had earlier, and then we'll continue on with this top section. So I just realised my audio is slightly bad. I think I should have got that fixed now, and it should sound okay-ish. But anyway, we're going to go to this redstone block right here, and starting on the right of it, place a pumpkin, with 2 pumpkins going up on the right like so, with 3 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the left, with a pumpkin on top of that third block, and then you've got 2 pumpkins going diagonally up to the left, with 3 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. Starting on top of the third block, you can place 2 pumpkins going across to the right, with 3 blocks going across to the right on the upper level, with 1 block going diagonally up to the right, 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right, with 2 blocks going diagonally down to the right, with 2 blocks going down on the right, with 1 block going diagonally down to the right, with 2 blocks going up on the right, with a pumpkin going up on the right, with 3 pumpkins going up on the right, with a pumpkin going up to the left, with a linked 2 pumpkins going down on the left. Go to the top block of those 2, and place 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. From the second block of those 2 underneath it, place a pumpkin. Go back to these 2 and go to the first block, and place 1 block going diagonally up to the right, pumpkin going diagonally up to the left, with 2 pumpkins going up on the right, with another 2 going up on the right. From the top block of those 2 on the right, place a pumpkin with 2 orange wool above it, with a pumpkin going diagonally up to the left. On top of this pumpkin, well, no, not on top of it, you can place an orange wool to the left of this pumpkin, with a pumpkin going diagonally down to the left. Go back to this orange wool, and above that, place 2 pumpkins going up like so, with a pumpkin going diagonally up to the left. Go back to these 2 pumpkins, and you're going to place 2 pumpkins going up on the right, with 2 blocks going diagonally up to the right. And yeah. So there's a bit more that I need to come and fill in. So come to where you've got these 2 pumpkins here, go to the top block of those 2, and on the left of it, place 4 orange wools going across to the left, and place a place a pumpkin to the left of that. And head down here to where you've got these 2 pumpkins here, and place a orange wool going diagonally up to the left of the left block of those. To the left of that, place a pumpkin with a link 2 going across on the upper level to the right, with another link 2 going across on the upper level to the right, with 2 blocks going up on top of that second block. On top of the first block of those, to the right of the first block of those 2, place 1. To the right of the second block of those 2, place 2, with a link 2 going across on the upper level to the right, with a link 2 going across on the upper level to the right, like that. So yeah, come back up here to this pumpkin and move across to where you've got this orange terracotta here, and actually go across to where you've got these redstone blocks. To the left of these 2 redstone blocks here, right there, you're going to place 2 orange terracotta with 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. Fill in this empty space here in with your orange terracotta. Go back to these 2 and go to the left block of those 2 underneath it, place a orange terracotta. With an orange terracotta going diagonally down to the right, place a redstone block below that with an orange terracotta to the right of that redstone block. Place a orange terracotta going diagonally down to the right with 2 orange terracottas going across on the lower level to the right. Fill this empty space here in with your orange terracotta. So go ahead and do that now. Come back down here, you're going to fill in this empty space, and this empty space with your orange terracotta, along with this empty space, and these 2 empty spaces here.
along with this empty space here as well. I'm just making sure to get those done while we're here. So then you're going to come back to these 2 redstone blocks here and place, well, a linked to orange terracotta going across on the lower level to the left. Go to the first block of those 2, and on the right of it, well, going from the right of it, right block of those, you are going to place 5 orange terracottas going down on the right. From the second block of those 5 on the right, place 2 redstone blocks going across to the right. Go back to these 5, go to the 5th block, and place 2 pumpkins going down on the right linked. Underneath that, place a linked 2 blocks of redstone going across on lower level to the right. From the left block of those, place 2 redstone blocks going across on the upper level to the left. Place a orange terracotta to the left of those with a redstone block above that orange terracotta. Go back to these 2 redstone blocks we have here. Underneath it, place, well, underneath the first block, this one, place 2 pumpkins going down like so with an orange terracotta below it, with an orange terracotta going diagonally down to the left. So you're going to come back to these 2 pumpkins here, go to the top block, and on the right, place 2 orange terracotta going across to the right, with a link 2 going across on the upper level to the right. Go to the original 2, and underneath the first block of those 2, place 2 redstone blocks going down. Go to the top block of those 2 redstone blocks, and on the right of it, place a redstone block with 4 blocks going diagonally up to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should reach these 2 here. So you can fill in this empty space and this empty space here with your orange terracotta. So go ahead and do that now. So that should look like that, and you're now going to head back down here to these 2 redstone blocks we have here, and starting from the bottom block of those, you're going to place a diagonal with your redstone blocks going diagonally down to the left, with 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the left, with a linked 2 going across on the lower level to the left. From the right block of those second set, so right there, place an orange wool with a orange terracotta below it, with a pumpkin below that, with an orange terracotta below that, with a pumpkin below that. To the left of that pumpkin there, place 2 pumpkins going across to the left, with 2 pumpkins going down on the left, with a orange terracotta below it, with 2 redstone blocks to the left of that orange terracotta. Go back to this orange terracotta and below it, place 3 redstone blocks, with a block going diagonally down to the left, with a linked 2 going down on the left. Go back to the top block of those linked 2 and place a redstone block going diagonally up to the left. Go back to this diagonal weird going down to the left here, and above it, place 3 redstone blocks like so. Go back to these 2 redstone blocks here. A lot of going backs, but from here you're going to place a pumpkin going diagonally down to the left, with another 2 going diagonally down to the left of that, and then another one going diagonally down to the left. There's a lot of diagonals here. And then another one going diagonally down to the left, with another one going diagonally. We'll place 2 blocks going up on the left, with a orange wool above that. Place an orange wool going diagonally down to the left. Go back to this orange wool and place an orange wool going diagonally up to the right, with a redstone block above it, or redstone block going diagonally up to the right of that, with a orange terracotta to the right of that, with a linked to not red terracottas, with a link to redstone blocks above it, with a linked 2 redstone blocks above that. Next to the right of those 2 twos, place orange wools, just 1. On top of this upper orange wool, so right there, place a redstone block with 2 redstone blocks going diagonally up to the right. Underneath from the top of those, place a orange terracotta with an orange terracotta going diagonally down to the left. Fill in this empty space here with your pumpkins, only this 1 empty space, like that. Fill in this empty space here in with your orange terracotta, and no, we can't do that one yet. So starting underneath these orange walls here, place 2 pumpkins with a redstone block below it. To the left of that redstone block, place 4 pumpkins. If I can place them correctly, there you go. From this redstone block here, you are going to place 2 redstone blocks going up on the right. From the top block of those 2, place 1 block going across to the right, with a linked 3 redstone blocks going across on the upper level to the right, with a linked 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. So starting next to this 1 redstone block here, on the right of it, place 3 pumpkins,
From the middle block of those three, on top of it, place an orange wall with a pumpkin to the right of it, with an orange terracotta above that. So come to this redstone block again, and above it, place 3 orange walls going across to the left. From the left block of those 3, you're going to place 2 orange walls going across to the right with a pumpkin to the right of that. On top of that pumpkin, place 2 redstone blocks going up. From the bottom block of those 2, place 1. From the top block of those 2, place 2, with 3 redstone blocks going up on the left, like so. Go back to these 2 redstone blocks here. We're going across to the left of those 2 upper ones, and you're going to place an orange wall going diagonally down to the left of that. Oh, we're here, may as well fill it in. Fill in these 2 empty space here as with your pumpkins, so go ahead and do that. Go to these 3, from the bottom block of those on the right, place 3 orange terracottas, with 3 blocks going across on the lower level to the right. Fill in this empty space here and with your orange terracotta. Go back to these 3, place a linked 3 going across on the upper level to the right. Go to the middle block of those 3, place 3 orange terracottas going across to the right. Then place 2 sets of linked 2 going across on the upper level to the right, like that, with your orange terracotta. Go to where you've got these 2 redstone blocks, and above the second block, or the right block, place an orange terracotta. And yeah, wow, we've got some filling in to do, but I'm going to leave that for now so we can continue working down here. So you're going to fill in this empty space here with your orange terracotta. And yeah, I'm going to leave this so we can do a massive filling in at the end. So where should we go? Right here, where you got these 3 redstone blocks. From the top block of those 3 on the right, place a orange terracotta with 2 redstone blocks to the right of that. On top of the second of those 2, place a redstone block. Okay, then come down here to where you've got this redstone block here. On the right of that, place an orange terracotta, a redstone block to the right of that, with 2 redstone blocks going across on the upper level to the right. On top of that second pumpkin, on top of the second redstone block, place a pumpkin with an orange terracotta to the right of it, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the right of that. So there's that part done. We're going to use this orange terracotta here as a center block for 3 orange terracottas that go across below it, with a pumpkin to the right of those. And from that pumpkin, place 3 pumpkins going across on the lower level to the left, with 4 blocks going down on the left of that, with your pumpkin. Place a pumpkin going diagonally down to the left, with a pumpkin going diagonally up to the left, with 2 pumpkins going diagonally down to the left of that, with 2 pumpkins going across on the lower level to the left, with 3 pumpkins going down on the left. Have I done that right? No, I haven't done that right. There's 2 pumpkins going down on the left, like that. And then you've got a pumpkin going diagonally down to the left with 3 pumpkins going down on the left, like that. On top of these 3, you're going to place a redstone block. Go to the middle block of these 3, and on the right, place a orange terracotta, with 2 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the right. You may as well fill in this empty space here in with your pumpkin. Go here, and to the right of that, you are going to place 7. That's 6, that's 7. 8, then? 8 orange terracottas going across to the right. On top of those 8, also place 8 orange terracottas. Go to the 7th block, so that one here, place an orange terracotta above it, an orange terracotta going diagonally up to the left. Yeah, that's right. Cool. Go to the lower 8 that we had, and to the right of that, place a pumpkin, with 4 pumpkins going up on the right. Go to the second block of those 4, and on the right of it, place an orange terracotta with a pumpkin to the right of that. Go back to the top block of these 4, place a pumpkin going diagonally up to the right, an orange terracotta above it, with a pumpkin above that, with a pumpkin going diagonally up to the right of that pumpkin. Go back to this pumpkin we had above this orange terracotta, and place 4 blocks going up on the left. And that should be just below, well, hitting this really, hitting this pumpkin right there. So you're going to fill in this empty space here in with your pumpkin. I'm going to fill in this one now because easier to do this middle section. Actually, I'm going to cut and get you to fill that in. So that should look like that, and you're now going to come back down here to these 3 pumpkins we have here, and from the bottom block of those 3, you're going to place a pumpkin going diagonally down to the left with a redstone block to the left of that, an orange terracotta to the left of that with a redstone block to the left of that. We're leaving this open so it's one empty space. It's going to be one hell of a filling in session. Go back to this pumpkin and place 2 pumpkins going across on a lower level to the right. Make it 3 pumpkins going across on a lower level to the right. Miscounted slightly there. With 3 orange terracottas going across to the right of that. From the middle block of those 3 above it, place 2 orange terracottas going up like so. Go back to these 3, and to the right of that, place 3 pumpkins. On top of the third block of those 3, place 2 pumpkins going up like so. 2 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the right. With a pumpkin going, 2 pumpkins going diagonally down to the right. With 2 pumpkins going up on the right. Fill in this empty space and this empty space here in with your pumpkin, like so. You're going to come back to these 3 and go to the middle block of these 3, and actually going to go to the left block of these 3 and place 2 pumpkins going across on the lower level to the left. Underneath that second block, place 2 pumpkins going down like so, with a pumpkin going diagonally down to the left, with a orange terracotta below, with a pumpkin to the left of that, with an orange terracotta below that, with a pumpkin to, well, 2 pumpkins going up on the left of that linked. Go to the bottom block of the, go to this orange terracotta actually, and place 2 redstone blocks going down on the right. From the bottom block of those 2 on the left, place a redstone block, a pumpkin to the left of it, with a pumpkin above that. Fill in some space there, and with your pumpkin, go back to these pumpkin we have here and place a pumpkin going diagonally down to the left. An orange terracotta below with a pumpkin below that, and that should connect with that just fine. That's beginning to look quite cool. Okay, so this is where you're gonna start having to get complicated. Where you've got these 4 block pumpkins going down here, go to the third block of those 4, and on the right of it, you're gonna place 3 pumpkins going across to the right, with 3 pumpkins going down on the right of that. From the middle block of those 3 on the right, place a pumpkin with an orange terracotta above it, with an orange terracotta going diagonally down to the right of that. A pumpkin to the right of that. Place a linked 2 going across on the upper level to the left. On top of these second blocks, so right there, place 2 pumpkins going up like so, with 5 pumpkins going up on the left. That 5, it is 6 actually. 6 pumpkins going up on the left. On top of the, but from the 5th block on the right, place a orange terracotta with 3 blocks of redstone going across to the right. Come back up here to the 6th block and place 3 pumpkins going up on the right, like so, with 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. On top of that second block, place a pumpkin with 2 pumpkins going up on the right. That should be, yeah, that should be 2 blocks away. That's all good. Come back down here to where you got these 2 blocks going across to the right, and starting underneath it, place a pumpkin with a linked 3 going down on the right. From the bottom block of those 3 on the right, place a pumpkin. Go back to these 2 again, and from on top of the left block this time, you're going to place a orange terracotta with 2 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the left linked, and then place a pumpkin going diagonally up to the left, a pumpkin going diagonally up to the right, with 4 pumpkins going across on the upper level to the right. Now that's 1 block, and that's all good. So you're going to fill in this single empty space here in with your pumpkins. So go ahead and do that now. And that should look like that. And you're now going to head down here to where you got these redstone blocks here. And you're going to place a orange terracotta going, actually, no, don't do that. Go to this redstone block right here and place 2 orange terracottas below it with 2 redstone blocks below that. And then place a orange terracotta going diagonally down to the right of those redstone blocks. The right of that orange terracotta, so right there. Starting there, you can place 4 redstone blocks going up like so, with a link 2 going up on the right. Go to the third block of it, well, second block of those 4. So right there, place a redstone to the right of it, with an orange terracotta to the right of that, with 2 redstone blocks going down on the right. From the bottom block of those 2 on the left, place a redstone block, an orange terracotta below it, with 5 redstone blocks going down like so. That should hit the floor. From the second block of those 5, so right there, on the left, place 2 redstone blocks, go back to that second block, and on the right, place 1 redstone block, with an orange terracotta below it, with 2 redstone blocks below that. From the bottom block of those 2, on the right, place 2 orange terracotta, go to the top block of those 2, and on the right, place 4 redstone blocks, with a block going diagonally down to the right, fill in this empty space here, and with the redstone block, go back to this fourth block and place 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right, with a length 2 going across on the upper level to the right. Go to the left of this length 2 and place an orange terracotta. Go back to these link 2 and go to the left block of those and place a linked 4 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. Underneath the fourth block, place 2 redstone blocks going down like so. Fill in this empty space here and with your redstone block. Go back to this fourth block. Actually, go to the third block of those 4. So right there, and place a redstone block above it. Go to the first block of these 4, so right there. Place 2 redstone blocks going across on the upper level to the right. While we're here, actually, no, I'll get you to that. I'll do that later. Just continue across here. On top of this second block of these 2 redstone blocks, so right there, place 2 orange terracottas going up like so, with 3 redstone blocks above it. From the top block of those 3 on the left, place 2 redstone blocks going down. From the bottom block of those 2 on the left, place an orange terracotta with a linked 2 redstone blocks going down on the left. Go back to these 3 redstone blocks. From the middle block on the right, place an orange terracotta with a redstone block to the right of that. Come back down here to where you've got these linked 2 redstone blocks and place 3 redstone blocks going down on the right. We may as well fill in this empty space here with your orange terracotta. Go back to these 3, and from the bottom block of those 3 on the right, place a orange terracotta with 3 redstone blocks going up on the right of that linked. From the bottom block of those 3, place 2 redstone blocks going up. Go to the bottom block of those 2 on the right, place 2 orange terracottas with 3 redstone blocks after that, with an orange terracotta above that, to the right of that, with a linked 2 orange terracottas going across on the upper level to the left, with 2 redstone blocks to the left of that. Starting on top of the second block of those 2, so right there, place 2 redstone blocks going across to the right, with 1 block going diagonally up to the right, an orange terracotta to the right of that, with a redstone block to the right of that, with 2 orange terracottas going across on the lower level to the right, with a orange terracotta going diagonally up to the right. Underneath that orange terracotta, place 2 redstone blocks going down, with an orange terracotta going diagonally down to the right of that. And then place 5 redstone blocks going across to the right, with an orange terracotta to the right of that. Fill in this empty space here in with your redstone blocks. May as well just do that now, so there you go. And come back to this orange terracotta we had here. Actually, no, don't go to that one, go to this one right here. And on top of it, place a redstone block with a linked 2 orange terracottas going across to the right. On top of the second block of those 2, so right there, place a redstone block above it with 3 orange terracottas above that. On top of the top block, from the top block of those 2, 3, on the left, place a orange terracotta with a redstone block going diagonally down to the left with an orange terracotta below that. Go back to these 3. From the middle block on the right, place an orange terracotta with 2 blocks going across on the upper level to the right. Underneath that second block, place 2 orange terracottas going down like so. Go back to these 2, go to the first block, place a linked 2 going across on the upper level to the left, and then this empty space here on with your redstone block. On top of each of those, place a redstone block like that. On top of each of those, place orange terracottas like that. Go to the left of those 2 orange terracottas, place an orange terracotta going diagonally up to the left with 5 blocks going up on the left like so. From the top block of those 5 on the right, place a orange terracotta with 2 redstone blocks above that, with an orange terracotta above that, with an orange terracotta going diagonally down to the left. Go back to this orange terracotta and place 3 orange terracottas going up on the left. From the middle block of those 3 on the left, place an orange terracotta. Go back to these 3. From the top block, place an orange terracotta going up on the right. 2 redstone blocks to the left of that, to the right of that, sorry. Underneath the second block of those 2, place an orange terracotta with a redstone block to the right of it, with 3 redstone blocks going up on the right, with an orange terracotta above that, with a redstone block above that. You are then going to head to the bottom block of these 3 redstone blocks and place a redstone block in. Place 5 redstone blocks going down on the right, with a orange terracotta below it. Go back up to the top block of these 5, and place 3 redstone blocks going up on the right, with 4 blocks going up on the right of that, with 2 blocks going up on the right, with 1 block going diagonally up to the left. Oh, this is going up to the left. 2 blocks going up to the left, with 1 block going diagonally up to the left. To the right of this redstone block, place 2 redstone blocks going across to the right. Fill in this empty space here in with your redstone block. And fill in this empty space here in with your redstone block as well. And fill in this empty space here in with your redstone block as well. So that should look like that, and you should now head up to this orange terracotta here, and above it place 2 redstone blocks going up like so, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the left. On top of that, place an orange terracotta with a block of redstone above it, with 4 orange terracottas above that, like so. I've done 5, that should be 4 there. From that 4th block, place a redstone block going diagonally up to the left, go back to that 4th block and place a redstone block going diagonally up to the right, with 2 orange terracottas going across on the upper level to the right, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the right, with a orange terracotta going diagonally up to the left, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the left, with 2 orange terracottas above that, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the right. And now you're going to head back down here to this 1 block we had diagonally up to the left, and underneath it place 3 redstone blocks going down like so, 2 blocks going across on the lower level to the left, with an orange terracotta to the left of that. Underneath that, place 2 redstone blocks with an orange terracotta below it. Go back to this orange terracotta we had up here, place 2 redstone blocks above it, with 2 blocks going up on the left. From the top block there's 2, on the left place a redstone block, go back to these 2, and underneath it place a orange terracotta with 6 redstone blocks going down like so. From the second block of those 6, on the left place a redstone block, go back to these 6, and place a linked 3 blocks going down on the right. From the bottom block of those 3 on the left, place 3 redstone blocks going across to the left. From the middle block of those 3, underneath it place 3 redstone blocks going down like so, go back to that 3rd block going across to the left, and place a linked 4 blocks going across on the upper level to the left. Go a block underneath the 4th block, a block going diagonally down to the left, with 2 blocks going across on a lower level to the left. From the first block of those 2, underneath it place 2 redstone blocks going down. From the second of the bottom block of those 2, on the left place a redstone block, go to the top block of those 2, on the right place a redstone block with an orange terracotta below it, with 2 redstone blocks to the right of that, with an orange terracotta below the second block. To the left of that orange terracotta, place 2 redstone blocks, go back to that orange terracotta. Underneath it, place a redstone block with an orange terracotta below it, with a redstone block below that, with 3 orange terracottas below that, with a linked 2 redstone blocks going across on the lower level to the left. Go to the right of those 2, and place 7. That's 6, 7 redstone blocks going up on the right. From the top block of those 7 on the right, place 5 blocks going down, with an orange terracotta below it, with 2 redstone blocks below that, with 1 block going diagonally down to the right, with another one going diagonally down to the right. Go back to that one we had initially going down to the right, and place 4 redstone blocks going up on the right of that, with a orange terracotta above that, with a redstone block above that, with an orange terracotta above that, with a redstone block above that, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the right, with 2 redstone blocks going up on the right, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the right, with a redstone block going diagonally up to the left. So you're going to fill in this empty space here. I'll do it on camera with you. This one with your orange terracotta. So I'm just doing that with you now. Like so. You're then going to grab your redstone block and fill in this empty space here with your redstone block, and this empty space here also with your redstone block. So I'm making sure to do this on camera because I'm hoping there'll be literally 1 clip left of this episode. So, because we're very close to being finished. Like, very, very close. Like, so close we can probably visualize it. Yeah, we can visualize it. So, get ready for one of the biggest filling ins of your life. I'm actually going to record this clip by clip, actually. It might be easier. So, first thing you are going to do is fill in this 1 empty space here in with your pumpkins. So go ahead and do that now. So that should look like that. Make sure it looks like this. Switch to your orange wool and fill in this 1 empty space here in with your orange wool. That includes all of this section down here, and this, and that, like all of this. So make sure to fill in this 1 empty space here in with your orange wool. So go ahead and do that now. And that should look like that. So we're now going to switch to our orange terracotta
And we've got 3 areas to fill in. It's only 3, surprisingly. So you're going to fill in this empty space here. I'll probably do that on camera, actually. I don't mind. I just wanted to make sure that we could continue on filling all of that section in before. But yeah, I'll do this part on camera. There we go. So now it's down to 2. Even easier for you lot. So you're going to fill in this one empty space here. That does include all of this, because that's all attached. And all of this, and all of that, and that. As well as this single empty space here, with your orange terracotta. That was with your orange terracotta as well. So fill this all in with your orange terracotta. So go ahead and do that now. So that's the one area filled in. And that's the other. So that's actually the entire pixel art finished. So, well done. You've got this entire pixel art done. But yeah. I'm very happy with this pixel art, and I hope you all are too. It's definitely been a long time coming to finish it, but I am really happy with this being done, and I think you should all be happy with yourselves that you managed to get through this entire thing, as it's a very big pixel art. Anyway, thank you for everyone sticking around. I was going to do shoutouts and stuff to some people, but I can't remember their names off the top of my head. I'm sorry, but thank you for all those people that have stuck around the entire series. And if you've watched that entire episode, because I think this is going to be turned into an entire video as well. So if you've watched that, because this part will be at the end of that, like, thank you for watching this entire video. Like, it's a very long video, but well done for you for getting through that, and for everyone for doing this, really. So that's this Joker pixel art done. There will be more pixel arts potentially in the future. Probably not as detailed as this. Joker's probably one of my favorite characters. That's why I put so much detail into it. The others will be a bit less details. Like, for example, you wouldn't get all of this stuff here. Like, it'll be more, this won't exist, and like there won't be black terracotta. That would sure be like block of coal or something. Soul Sand probably won't be in there either as well. Like, it'll be a lot less block here, block here, block here. It'll be more fill this area in, which will help with the tutorial, and also it does look slightly better when it doesn't have that, but yeah. But it's up to you. Like, make sure to comment on this video, say what you like. If you prefer it like this, I'll make sure to do it like this and just do another long series while doing that. Hopefully I'll do that one quicker, because I've developed better skills in making these pixel arts, so yeah. But thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe for the next pixel arts that I do, and also subscribe for other content, because I've got some more stuff coming now that this is over. But yeah, thank you for sticking around for over 1.5 years now. But thanks for watching. This has been the Joker pixel art tutorial, and goodbye.